I put up different images depending on what we're talking about. So Donald Trump and his shoe are probably the first piece of biz tea that we're going through. Oh, thank you. It came up in. Thank you so much. This would have sucked if I would have stepped on that thing. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. She's back. You said you love them Air Force tees. Did you get you a pair of business plan hero? Thank you, everybody, who's telling me to watch my brooch. I got it. Comments come in at a different time. Y'all go ahead and give me housekeeping. Hey, Scene Stiller, so we can get through the housekeeping and then we can go ahead and go through biz tea tonight. Now, for any of you guys that have never been to a business tea, we go through a lot of everything from mergers to acquisitions to lawsuits to political stuff, all of that inside of biz tea. All right. In biz tea, you can sound off whenever you feel like it. So all you got to do is send a request to come up in the queue if you have thoughts about any of the topics or the subjects, or if you have questions. All right. Also, housekeeping. Only got one piece of housekeeping tonight. All right. If you want to get digital branding 101, hey from Brazil, then click the link in the bio and you will tap the first button to grab it while it's on sale. With that being said, y'all know what I want to see. Ready. Let me see it roll through my comments. Okay. So I think everybody is aware at this time that Trump has over $500 million in settlements against him, right? Everybody know, or is everybody lost about what's been going on? Because he has a lot of pending litigation, which honestly, that's not really that big of a deal. A lot of business owners, especially when they get huge corporations, they all kind of always have some type of litigation that's happening on a regular basis. Okay. But the litigation and what it's for is pretty much a big deal. If you need to be caught up, give me a number one. If you have no idea, give me the number two. Studtacular, you say he's still gonna win. Hey, Aaron, you said America is very is very litigious and is and is give me the number one. Hey, entrepreneur wives, if you good, if you need to be caught up, give me the number two. Or did I say give me the number one if you need to be caught up? You said one and two. Okay. Been a long day, girl. Been a long day. Been a long day. Okay. So I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but I will give y'all the cliff notes. All right. So basically, I don't know if you guys know this, but this happened. Was it yesterday or a couple of days ago? Y'all know Trump was in court. Trump and also his company, basically he lost the case. The judge's name, well, let me back up. The Attorney General of New York, her name is Letitia James. Okay. They brought civil suit. I know y'all like a whole state brought a civil suit against a person. Yes. Okay. They brought civil suit against Donald Trump and against his organization. Okay. Now, the judge in this case was Arthur Engoron. I may be mispronouncing his name. Okay. So Arthur Engoron actually decided that yes, Trump indeed did commit fraud, and he committed fraud for over a decade. Okay. Now, they also were found guilty of falsifying business records, okay, conspiracy, and issuing false financial statements. In the false financial statements, according to the judge, Trump was overinflating his net worth because the majority of his net worth was based on his marketing value. Okay, so basically his ability to be a star or a celebrity is where this was coming from. Okay, which it does kind of make sense because Trump and his children are the face of the brand. Okay, now he also was fined over $354 million. Okay. Now, also, he was barred from doing business in New York, basically, not allowed to own a corporation, be a director, executive, or a leader, and also his two sons, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, because the judge decided that they intentionally falsified documents. Okay. Now, outside of the $354 million, and let me be clear, Donald Trump is going to continue to do business, not in New York, but he will do business in other places. Okay. But his family has, back to his father, they've been doing business in New York since the 1960s. Okay. So in the meantime, well, if y'all remember, there's the lady E. Jean Carroll, right? She's the woman that won. It was over an $83 million award in a civil suit where the judge did basically agree that Donald Trump had raped E. Jean Carroll. Okay. And I was shocked at the $83 million award. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Now, y'all keep in mind, he still has a criminal case that's pending about the hush money with Stormy Daniels. Okay. There's an election fraud case in Georgia that he's on trial for. And then I believe that they ruled that it's mandatory that he actually shows up starting March 25th. Then there's the 2020 election and the election and capital assault that there's a special counsel for. And then y'all remember there's also a special counsel when it comes to the classified docs and Mar-a-Lago. Okay. Now y'all remember was it last week or the week before? I was telling you guys that Robert Kerr, actually his recommendation when it came down to the classified documents on personal property, when it came to Joe Biden, he actually did not recommend President Biden get any criminal charges or jail time. So I told you guys that pretty much set a precedent. I'm sorry. So I honestly don't think that they're going to recommend Donald Trump for criminal or jail time when it comes to his classified documents being at Mar-a-Lago. Now, I could be wrong, but when I saw that recommendation for Joe Biden, I was like, if they let Biden slide with it, they're really going to have to let Trump slide with it. I really can't see. I mean, they can do whatever they want to, but typically, when there's a trial that's ahead based on those sorts of types of things, and you already get a specific type of judgment, that's normally the precedent for any other case that's similar to that after. Okay. So right now he's at over $500 million in awarded judgment. And Trump, he was like, well, look, I ain't finna sit here on my hands. He was like, we got money to be made. Okay. He said, boom, I'm finna drop this sneaker line. And he went to SneakerCon and dropped the Trump 3000s. Okay, they're not really called a Trump 3000. That's just what I call them. All right. So, bam, he said, here goes some high tops for our younger demographic. These shoes are $399. And there actually was an auction for an autographed pair by Donald Trump. And that's the little guy down here in the bottom of this photo. He paid $9,000 for his signed Donald Trump shoes. And I heard there's also a pair that sold on eBay for $10,000. So what I want to know is, do you guys think, okay, these limited edition Trumps, do you think they're gonna sell out? Okay, do you think they was hot in the street? Do you think that him getting into merchandising, because this really isn't his first venture into merchandising? If y'all remember, I think last year or the year before, remember he had those cards. He made like $1 million off of those cards that had the different images of him, like as different superheroes. You said you about a $400 pair. I'm just saying he does. He has a lot of supporters. People that stomp for Trump go hard. Okay. Now, in addition to this, a lot of people don't know this, but he dropped a companion cologne. I thought I had already taken a picture of the companion. You're right. They are already sold out. I use the wrong terminology. There's a resale market, and after things sell out, you're able to put more, you're able to increase the price on it. So you're correct. So there's a companion cologne for those of you guys that did not get a chance to get your Trumps, okay, your Trump stompers. The companion cologne is only $99 and it's called Victory 47. Okay, Trump Victory 47. It's a gold bottle. It has Victory in vertical down the front. Trump's bust, like an actual, like the head and the shoulders. His bust is on the top of the cologne bottle. I'm not gonna lie, the cologne bottle was a little slick. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold y'all. They said it smells like citrus with undertones of luxurious leather, and it is the scent of success. Okay, that is what they said. So I don't know how many of y'all can get your hands on the Victory Cologne. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna probably see if I can get me some Victory Cologne. I didn't find out until today that there was a cologne that was a companion that dropped with the Trump 3000s. Okay, had no idea. Have I smelled it? No, I have not smelled it. But see, this is my thing. Like I told y'all the other day when we were just talking in general about the Trump shoes. I was like, if you can get a pair, you need to go and get a pair right now. And people were like, what? And I was like, these are definitely going to be a collector's item because they're limited edition. And as someone in here, I think Add to Cart Beauty just said, Trump has a big base. He has a huge base. He has a lot of people that really support him. Okay, they don't care how many cases, they don't care how much litigation, they don't care. Okay, they stump for Trump all day and all night. And so whenever you have people that have a really really huge base and a really strong base, and they drop limited edition products like that, something that's going to be able to be utilized for quite a while, is normally a smart investment, or as far as a fast flip. It just is what it is. People don't like it whenever I say things like that, because there are some people that have a huge disdain for Donald Trump. But at the end of the day, whether you like him, whether you agree with him, whether you don't like him, whatever it is, like, the truth is the truth. Okay, and just because you don't like him doesn't mean that there's not a huge sector of people that like him, and they absolutely positively will find value in the Trump stump of 3000s. Okay, so that is, I was just like, okay, Trump, with the combo deal. Okay, he did a shoe and a scent. He said wham bam. Okay, now I don't know. You said put your personal opinions aside and get that money. Facts. Hey, unapologetically imperfect. Now, like I said, I don't know how many bottles of this cologne are available, but just something tells me, this is probably going to be something that's going to be worth something to be able to have it. The same way I felt like the Stump Trumpers were going to sell out super fast. Okay, and pretty much as soon as I said it, they were gone. And as I told y'all, there's already a pair on eBay that went for $10,000. And this guy that's smiling, he's a Russian CEO down there. He bought his autographed pair for $9,000, and he seemed very happy to have them. You said not you, baby. You ain't got to buy them. You're not the target demographic. What have I told y'all about business? I've told y'all this time and time and time and time and time again. Everybody is not your customer, and if you can figure out how to narrow down on your people, on your tribe, on your customer base, and be able to communicate with them and build a relationship with them, you will do well. If you're out here trying to sell to everyone, you're going to sell to no one. You said, what's the name of the cologne again? Victory 47 is Trump Victory 47 is the name of the cologne. I thought I'm a little ill prepared. I thought I had a picture queued up over here, and I did not. That's my fault. I thought I saved it and ended up not saving it. Studtacular, you finna get you some Victory 47. And on the cool, I like the name of it though. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. The bottle is slick. Everybody take, hold on. I'll pull it up on my phone because I'm not streaming on my phone. I'll pull it up on my phone so y'all can see. The bottle is slick. I'm not even finna hold y'all and try and pretend like the bottle is not. I do not know what's going on. I see the request. I may need one of my mods. I can't see who it is. It's shoot, it's stuck. Like I can see it in there, but it won't let me push it up. There it is. Hey LL. Y'all, where I put my phone at? Hey.
That was an accident. I'm sorry.
That was an accident. Oh, hold on. I got you. Hey Riri, let me find y'all this bottle of this of the Victory. The Trump Victory 47.
Hey, you gorgeous Southern Belle, you.
Hey Beauty, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm actually on his website, girl, and typed in. He got a pair of They call the T Red Wave. You got to pre-order them. They're $1.90, the 199, and he got the POTUS 45. They're all white pair, and they're
Yeah,
$199 as well.
yeah, it's a whole line. The gold ones were the ones that are $3.99.
Yeah, I think that where everybody wants. You know, Ashley, and it's like you said. Oh, you talking about the Victory 47 perfume?
Yeah, the cologne here.
He do have it in the his and the her. Like you said, I like the bottle.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
nice.
bottle for the Victory, y'all. That's what it looks like. Let's see. We always be struggling over here
Yeah,
trying to show it to y'all on YouTube. YouTube, I'm on StreamYard, baby. I can pull it up with no glare for y'all. Give me a second. Y'all, this is the Victory 47. Okay. This is the I don't care how you feel about the man. The man is gonna mark it. Okay. He has moved into the merchandise category, and I'm not gonna lie. Okay. It's appealing. It's aesthetically pleasing. Y'all,
you see the woman bottle, the
I'm
one for the
I
women.
look, I'm about to say something and the people gonna get me. I feel like the Victory 47 cologne is going will sell harder than Beyonce's fragrance. I do, because that's how the people that are with Trump, they don't play about Trump. Okay. Whatever he does, because he has a personal brand. And I'm a Beehive member, okay? Before y'all try and get me, honey. Y'all already was hot with me about the because I don't agree with y'all about Risa Tisa or whatever. But at the end of the day, Beyonce does not have a very strong personal brand. Beyonce is such a superstar. You know what I'm saying? It's like unobtainable. It's like you can't talk to her. You almost can't imagine her doing regular life stuff. You know, and that's how come I think whenever she sells things like actual products, and we're gonna talk about her sacred hair dropping stuff in a little bit, but that's why I don't think they're actually converting as well. Yeah, Donald Trump has a very personal brand. Like Donald Trump talks to his people, he'll retweet their stuff. You know, he's always constantly like out and about on the campaign trail. Even when he's not on the campaign trail, you see him out and about doing things. He said supposedly he has nothing to do with the shoes. It was a name and deal. Yeah, it was a name and deal. It was a name and deal. And at the end of the day, though, people won't care. They still they still gonna be out here stomping for Trump. Period. That's what they're gonna be doing. Okay, hold on, you guys. Everybody over here. So y'all can see this is the bottle. Okay. The bottle for the women is really pretty too, with the tea and the crystal on top. Like the bottles are some good looking bottles. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Yeah, the women's bottle, it is sexy. I don't know who designed it. Whoever designed it though. Oh no, they definitely they definitely need an award. Y'all, this is the ladies bottle. Hold on, y'all see that? That's the bottle for the ladies. I'm not gonna lie. It's sexy. It's very sexy. That's slick. That's slick. It is. Okay. And this is I don't care how y'all feel about
I
him. I
give
don't
them
care if
just
you
to
like
have
his
them in
views.
mine.
Right. The bottle is the bottle is a nice bottle. I can't hey Tracy. I can't hold him. I can't hold him. Period. Okay. So I need to know who is out here, okay, going to get they Trump 3000s, they Trump stumpers, and they fragrance. You said but you need both. Was the website? I didn't go to the site. I just Googled it. So I think if you Google it, it'll just pull up. Let's see if we click. Let's see. I'm gonna put in buy and see because I don't know. I went into Google Images so you guys could see the bottle. I have no idea where you buy it. Probably on his website. I'm sure he probably has a link to it on his site. He said it's the smell of success though. Period. Okay, that's what he said. You said
See,
you
that
gonna
make
get
me
it and
want to buy it
resell it.
right there.
Um, let's see.
It's like you said though, you got to take the political part out of it. Hey, it's about that paper.
It is for him. And then this is just on the marketing thing. Let's see. They said it's a crisp opening of citrus blends into a cedar heart, underpinned by a rich base of leather and amber. crafting and commanding presence. Victory is more than a fragrance. This cologne is for the movers, the shakers, and the history makers. That's what they said. Okay, that's what they said, y'all. You said stop. I'm reading it. I didn't do it. I'm reading it. Like, I didn't create. I'm just telling you. Okay? I'm just telling you what they said. Okay? And what's available. Okay? Trump dropped the Trump Stumper 3000s. Okay? Them things sold out. Then after the Trump Stumper 3000, and he showed up at SneakerCon. I have no idea how much they pay him to show up there and what his back end deal is. I would love to find out what the back end deal is. This like what is the percentage he's getting from the sale of each shoe, or like what the licensing deal looks like for this, because y'all know they had to pay him a guap to get him to show up at SneakerCon. His demographic is not there. His audience is not there. None of that is there. But he was there out there smiling, answering questions, honey, had the shoes up on the left and right side of the podium. Trump said, we finna sell these shoes. Stop playing games with me, okay? Then he dropped, okay, Victory 47. That's what he did. I didn't do it. That's what he did, okay? So, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what, his design team, whoever they using, somebody need to call him up on the main line, because I'm not gonna lie, it's honestly the bottles and the packaging of that, some of the better design packaging for a celebrity fragrance I've seen in a very long time. In a very, very long time. Some of the best I've seen in a very long time. You said he dropped it during Black History Month. This took the cake. We need to redo the year. Baby, Trump is not worried about Black History Month, Shell. Trump said, I got over $500 million in judgments against me right now. Okay. Over $500 million on my top. Trump said, I got to curate a check. He said, I don't care what month it is. He said, I don't care what day it is. He said, I need a check. Okay. Check, 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 check. That's what he said. He said he need a check. Okay. That's what he said. He said, baby, he said he don't care if he had to roll over a leprechaun. He's gonna get this check. That's what he said. Okay. Period. He has a lot of Black supporters. There are a lot of Black conservatives that love Trump. That's where I came up with the stump for Trump from. If y'all don't remember y'all don't remember, you said you need that that confidence. Exactly. Y'all don't remember when Trump, this was before he got elected, and there were these Black women on CNN and they were talking about they were stumping for Trump. Oh, y'all, hold on. No, y'all remember them it was two Black ladies, and they was out here literally like, I stumped for we stumped for Trump. Hold on, let me see if I can find the Trump stumpers.
Yeah, they stumped for Trump, and then y'all gotta remember before he even, like you said, announced that he was running for president, a lot of people just wanted to be a business owner like Donald Trump. He just knew his stuff. So, I mean, you know, I ain't knocking him. He got to do what he got to do. It's like Ashley said.
Okay, let me see.
Who old people.
Here's a video from 8 years ago where he met Diamond and Silk. Okay, they deemed themselves the Black Trump supporters. Okay, they said they out here stomping for Trump. Hold on, let me stop sharing. Let me get the right tab.
Diamond and Silk.
Diamond and Silk. That's what I couldn't remember their names, but baby, that stuck in my head forever. I said, not stumping for Trump. They said, baby, we stumped. They were everywhere. Y'all don't remember them? They were all over the news. They were everywhere. Diamond passed away. Oh no, that's sad to hear. You said they were looking like a Babs movie. All right, here we go.
How great.
Hold on. Let me back it up so you can hear it.
How great. How great are they? How great are they? I turn on my television one night and I see these two on television. I say, they are the greatest. What is it? They became an internet sensation. I hope you've monetized it a little bit. You want to do a little routine? Come on, go ahead.
But first of all,
Do a routine.
I'm glad that the media can see us and all. See them? There they go.
There they go. I see them. I see them.
I want everybody to know
Yes.
that we stand behind Donald J. Trump.
Yes, we do, baby. Yes. Yes.
We support Donald J. Trump.
Yes. And we endorse.
We endorse Donald J. Trump. And this is going to be our next president of these United States.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. The silent majority has spoken, baby.
Yes. We've spoken.
Don't get it twisted.
That's right. Tell him to build that wall.
Now listen, he gonna put that wall up.
Yes, he is.
He gonna build that wall.
He gonna build it.
And he gonna build it tall.
He gonna build it tall.
And it's gonna protect us all.
He gonna protect us all.
We don't want this country to fall, do we?
No, we don't want to.
Baby, she got
Build
bars.
that wall, Donald J. Trump.
Build that wall.
She got bars.
Build it.
She said we're gonna build this wall and it's gonna protect us all. That's what she said, baby.
And it's gonna protect us all.
We building a
We did our
wall.
own fact check, Rochelle, and we found that Donald Trump did indeed hire workers from outside of the United
Child, the one, yeah, if y'all ever be bored, okay? So I'm just telling y'all. For y'all, it's like, oh, like if I see a black person in these, baby, prepare yourself. There's definitely gonna be, okay, so there's gonna definitely be some melanated people out here stumping for Trump, okay, in the Trump stumper 3000s. Period.
Most definitely.
Period. Period. Okay. All right. Let's move to our next to our next topic before we get into open discussion tonight. Oh, hold on. Let me take a break for some foolishness real second. Okay. Oh, Pen, thank you. Oh my God, that's so cute. The first time I got that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was adorable. That was adorable. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me find this. I need to find this. Anybody know who Marjori Taylor Greene is? Does anybody know who Marjori Taylor Greene is? This woman, you don't know who Marjori Taylor Greene is. Baby, Marjori is a whole, she's a menace. Okay? Marjori Taylor Greene is a whole menace, okay, to the country. She floats around just doing the most. So during the vid, y'all remember when like people were dying by the thousands? Y'all remember that? Like every day they would get on the news and they're like, this many thousand people died today. She refused to wear her mask at work. Y'all don't remember this woman?
Oh, okay. I do remember. I remember that.
So today they finally overturned her case or threw it out. Okay. They rejected her case. So she took this all the way to the Supreme Court, y'all, wasting all of the taxpayer dollars and all of the judge's time because she refused to wear a mask at work on the House floor. Okay. So what this mean, baby, she finna pay this $100,000 fine because she been out here playing games. You said that woman is cray, period. I gotta agree with you, Safe Space for Latinas. I gotta agree with you. She like this is wild. She's always on shenanigans. She showed corn, okay, during one of the hearings, replaced the C with a P. She just is always doing really, really wild stuff. And I'm just like, she has got, they talk about industry plant. She has got to be an industry plant. I'm convinced. And I wouldn't say that lightly. I wouldn't just be out here calling somebody a plant, but this woman has got to be because she's always in shenanigans. She is always creating chaos. She is definitely on her own time. She was always out here just up to something nefarious and weird. And it was too much to me when she was harassing those kids. And y'all know, unfortunately, a lot of the children in America, have PTSD. A lot of them are very stressed out because of these school incidents. Okay. baby, go look up some of the insensitive stuff, okay, that she has said and even taunted the children. Like, I'm not joking. I don't know how she is allowed to have a position. I don't know how she is being taken seriously every day. I'm not really sure who her the tap goal. Oh, you're right. I did forget to tell you how to tap the screen. Let's do a tap goal of 50K tonight. Let's do a light tap. Give the finger some rest tonight. Unless we got to tap more than that. Let's do a little light goal of 50K tonight on the tap goal. This woman is a whole entire menace. Thank you, Vogue Room LLC. Oh, that's so cute. I want to be on the motorcycles on the beach with a heart. With a heart. That's cute. But right, this woman is just a full menace. Okay, so this is not really full newsworthy, but I just wanted to let y'all know, because she was like, I'm taking it to the Supreme Court. I'm going all the way up. We doing the most. I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm fighting for my rights. Blah 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 blah. Baby, she was going on and on and on and on with all of these shenanigans and foolishness out here in these streets. So I just wanted y'all to know, honey, she the shenan once, she gonna shenan again. I'm sure we're gonna find 3 or 4 things more for her to shenan about by the time all of this is over. Okay. She just be doing the most. Hold on, y'all. Oh shoot. Where's my image for Snoop? Baby, let's talk about Master P and Snoop. Let's talk about them. Why is my image tiny? No, get bigger image. There we go. Okay. So, how many of you guys knew that Snoop has a cereal? Y'all know Master P has a whole entire whole entire product food company. They put out everything from wrap snacks to chips. Oh, thank you, Pender Profit. They put out everything from chips to noodles to not fries to cereals to like whatever. Okay. They not out here playing. So Snoop Dogg and Master P got together and they did a collaboration. Okay. And they have these different cereals. Okay. Now, this is the part that people don't know. And y'all know they hired Ben Crump, and Ben Crump about that action. Okay. I feel like if I had to do something civil rights related, I would probably hire Ben Crump too, because Ben Crump don't play no games. Okay. You said they salty. The noodles are salty. I never had them. I don't know. Okay. You say if they selling this cereal for $13, they ain't never got to worry about it. Share. I don't know, because a lot of people were going through the stores looking at it. Okay. So this is what happened. And I don't know. I think Snoop and Master P, I think they right on the cool, because people love Master P, people love Snoop Dogg, people will absolutely support them 100%. You said the chips are salty. I've never had one of the chips. Maybe I need to try it. Okay. So anyway, they are suing Post, and then they're also naming Walmart as well. Okay. Now, the reason they are suing them, they are Snoop and Master P, they are accusing Walmart and Post of collusion and fraud and breach of contract. Okay. So a lot of people don't know this. Post actually tried to purchase this particular company, this particular brand. And Snoop said, I didn't build it, okay, so I could sell it. A lot of people don't know that. People just act like they're like, oh, Snoop Dogg is suing Walmart. Okay, no, Walmart is named because Walmart is supposed to be a part of the distribution deal. Okay, so when they decide, and y'all have to think about this, there obviously had to be a huge amount of value in the brand for Post to even say we want to purchase it. And so when Snoop and Master P said, no, we will not do a full sale, but instead we'll do a packaging and a distribution deal with you, right? That's what it was supposed to be. and they were supposed to have guaranteed shelf space inside of Walmarts. Now, I told y'all before about being inside of retail stores. For a lot of my small business owners, everybody's trying to fight to get into these big box stores, but a lot of times you do better selling directly to the consumer. And I tell y'all, you can get into the big brand store, you know, a little later after you got some sea legs under you. But instead, what they did, they were able to get the inventory, and so they're able to prove that there's actually Walmart stores all over the country, and that that Snoop cereal are sitting on the back stocks. They're sitting in the back stock rooms. You said Dollar Tree knockoff cereal is better than the brand cereal to me. Hey, go off. You're entitled to like what you like. You said those people are not selling the cereal. The inventory was zero, but they had boxes of the cereal in the back. Right. They had boxes of the cereal in the back on the shelves intentionally. So what they are claiming is that they did this intentionally to be able to devalue the company, right? To lower the value, and to also put Snoop and Master P in a situation so that they can't work with another company when it comes to distribution and when it comes to production of the different cereals. Okay. Now, Post turns around and says, well, there's a lack of consumer demand. And I'm like, well, of course, there's a lack of consumer demand if you are partnered up with the different distribution companies and with the different stores, and they all are colluding and saying, hey, we're going to keep the cereal in the back stock rooms. So the reason everybody found out this was happening, videos start popping up all over social media of different people going to the different stores. They started going to Walmarts all over the country, and they're like, I'm here looking for my Snoop Loops. Okay. I can't find the Snoop Loops. Where are my Snoop Loops? Okay. Because the cereal is supposed to show up in Walmart. It's supposed to be in Kroger's. I think it's supposed to be in, maybe not in Aldi's. It's supposed to be in Target. They definitely named Target as a place that the cereal is supposed to be found in. I'm not sure if they had a deal for it to be for the cereal to show up in like any of the y'all, what do they call it? They have like a Dollar General or a Family Dollar that has food in it. You know, it's like it's not a it's kind of not a full grocery, but it has some groceries in it. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be in those, but definitely Target, Walmart, and Kroger was some of the bigger retailers that you were supposed to be able to find these cereal in. And I think even Walgreens. You said you saw that online of the investigator asking about and found it in the back of the shelf. They said they claim that there are several stores, and I'm saying claim because they haven't gone to trial or they haven't settled anything. So that's the reason I'm saying claim, or this is what Snoop and Master P accused them of. In my opinion, okay, I'm not speaking facts right now, I'm speaking opinion. In my opinion, I believe that Snoop Dogg and Master P are telling the truth. I do not think that they're lying. Okay. I've told y'all before, business is wild, and people do some stuff in business that will get you hurt in the streets. Okay. And a lot of people in business have no problem destroying something or breaking something or ruining something because it's impeding with what they want. Okay. So the sales and the demand were fine all of a sudden until they said, hey, we don't want to sell. Okay. They made an offer. They said, we don't want to take your offer. We don't want to sell. And so Snoop and Master P are saying that basically this is retaliation, and they are now trying to ruin the company and ruin the valuation and the sales of the company. Okay. So what do y'all need? What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this? And again, it's quite a feat. Thank you, a Libra's touch. It's so cute. It's quite a feat, y'all, to get inside of a big box store. But a lot of people don't understand too, when you go into a store like Walmart, they tell you how many you have to send them. They tell you where you're going to be at on the shelves. They tell you how much you're going to sell it for. They put in buyback rules and regulations, okay, to say if you don't sell X amount of boxes of this, then you have to buy it back. And then they turn around, okay, and you still have to pay for the advertising because they're not going to advertise you. So this is really like effed up because now they have all these boxes of cereal that they have ordered, and at the end, I don't know what the distribution deal look like. I don't know what the buy. I don't even know if they have a buyback clause, but I'm telling y'all that's really really common with these huge retailers. So I don't even. But if they have a buyback clause, and these cereal are just sitting in the back stock rooms and they're actually not selling them. Thank you, Gina Maxey. Oh, I'm pretty girl. If they're actually not selling these and they're just sitting in the back of a storeroom somewhere, of a stock room somewhere, the the money loss is going to be astronomical because y'all got to remember they already had to pay for the production and for the manufacturing and for the packaging, right? They had to pay all of their licenses. They had to pay so they get through the FDA and all of that stuff. They had to pay for the transportation. Thank you, Panda Profit. Kia Cutie, thank you for my team bracelets. They already had to pay for all of that, y'all. They already had to do it. And then you have to turn around and buy back. Buy back your product because it didn't sell because they're hiding it in the stock rooms. You said Dollar General and Family Dollar have more stores than Walmart. They do, Winifred. You're 100% correct. I just don't know if that was a part of the deal because the deal was with, is through Post, and so that's what they were supposed to be doing. So I'm really interested to see like how this turns out. I'm going to be really interested to see if this actually makes it to trial, or if they end up coming with some type of settlement or agreement. I'm going to be interested to see if, the Snoop Loops magically start appearing on the shelves again. I'm super interested to see how exactly this is going to turn out. You said you'll stick with your sugar crisp bear. Not the sugar crisp bear. I don't eat a lot of cereal. I probably only eat cereal like twice a year. But I would try the Snoop Loops if I was in a store just because they're Snoops. Thank you, Glorious Locks, for my beautiful glass slippers. I would absolutely positively try the Snoop Loops. I would 100%. Even though I only eat cereal a couple times a year, I would buy them just because they're Snoops. Just because it Snoops, and that, like, I understand that that's a huge deal it's a huge accomplishment for any Black business to be entering into the food side of things. And then on top of that, to be able to get inside of a major retailer. And then on top of that, to be able to stay there. And again, Post's argument and Walmart's argument right now is, well, there's not enough of demand for them. And the reason there's no demand because y'all aren't putting the cereal out on the shelves so people can find them, right? Oh, by the way, you guys, thank y'all for tapping the screen. Our tap goal is only 50,000 tonight. So y'all tap, tap, tap to make sure we get there. And then also if we can get another 10 people to share, that would be fantastic. So, but yeah, I'm one of those people. I would buy it. I buy it. If I see them in the store, I buy them. I buy them and eat them and see how they taste. But I'm more of a cinnamon toast crunch girl, and I like Captain Crunch. But I love peanut butter, so I'm down with any.
But the berries go hard, don't they?
I'm down for the peanut butter in these streets. Okay, I'm a peanut butter fan. All right. Next one. Why is this crooked, child? I don't know what's going on with this tonight. It keeps trying to make my video zoom in instead of making my graphic bigger. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Beyonce. Okay, in the Biz T. So okay. Beyonce made history, okay? Again, right? Beyonce is going to continue to make history. Beyonce is, supernatural. She's the personification of excellence, okay? Beyonce, out here in these streets, is the first African American female to ever have a #1 country debut, okay? Now, it's really interesting to me all of this crazy backlash and how people not only want to box her out, but it also already know that it was challenging for a lot of the Black country artists because Beyonce has entered into country. Now a lot of people are interested in other Black country musicians, and people are starting to find a lot of really, really great people. Okay. Beyonce, as huge as she is, the power that she is, the influence that she has, the amount of backlash that this woman is receiving from some of these people is nuts. Okay, I'm gonna play something for y'all. Hold on, let me get over and share. This is from this Dukes of Hazard. Dukes of he compared Beyonce to a dog. He compared her to a dog. He not only compared her to a dog, he pretty much compared the us to a dog, right? I'm gonna let it play. Hold on, let me pull it up. And then y'all know that there was a whole entire sector of people that were out here up in arms about, you know, how country music is theirs and they should have something of their own. And then he had the audacity. I'm not going to tell you what he said. Anyway, long story long, for those of you that don't know, country music was actually introduced in the United States by Black people. Okay. Banjo, an actual banjo is an African instrument. There are many, many genres, okay, that Black people excelled in, okay, are the creators of, have been a full force in. And we know throughout history that inside of all those different genres of music, oftentimes they would have a white artist re-record the songs or learn the dance moves or the stage presence of the Black artists. And those white artists would be able to take off and skyrocket. And this is just the truth. This is not I'm not on Shady Boots time. I'm not on Messy Boots time. I know what I'm saying is upsetting some of y'all, but this just is what it is. Okay. So I'm playing this little clip and we're going to talk about this. Okay. You said I need to be at the Breakfast Club. Help me get there. Help me get there.
I guess she's going to have a country album. And guaranteed it's going to do very well. Well, there's some people really upset about this. Here it is.
The lefties in the entertainment industry just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark.
Side note, before we get into this, you see she already started on some BS. The lefties want the lefties, right? The liberals, the lefties, they won't leave anything alone. Now, music is universal the last time that I checked. And there's a lot of country artists that have crossed over and done poppy stuff. Okay. Like, let's keep it a buck. A lot of them, okay, and a lot of pop stars too have crossed over and done stuff with a lot of rappers. And then you also have way more, as far as I've ever known in history, way more white rap artists right now that are being accepted and being pushed and being put on tours and all of those sorts of types of things. So I'm not sure why it's okay for them to be able to cross over, but it's an issue for Black people. I can't even say cross over because these are genres of music that we literally developed and brought to the country.
Mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog
over every lefties in the entertainment industry just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog has to mark every tree, right? So that
y'all.
A dog, one like we gotta make our mark.
And I'm pulling the clip right now from Dr. Rashad Ritchie's page. If y'all don't follow him on YouTube, go and follow him. You'll really enjoy his content. Very, very well spoken, very brilliant mind. He and the team are amazing. A lot of times if I'm having trouble finding a clip, I normally know I can go to his page and find what I need very quickly. Okay.
For those of y'all who are not aware of who he is, he played Jim Cryer on The Haves and the Have-Nots. That same fella.
You asking who that was that's saying we're dogs and that Beyonce is marking her territory like a dog in the dog park? The lefties, what's his name? John Schneider. Yeah, it's real crazy. We're gonna let it continue on.
That's what's going on here. Shania and the other folks you talked about, what they did is they were in country music and they went out. And that's one thing. But people coming into country music have because I know a little something about country music.
So it was cool for Reba McEntire and Dolly Parton and Shania Twain and the Dixie Chicks and whoever. It's okay for them to go into other genres, but it's an issue, right? Miley Cyrus, she had J's on Your Feet. Miley Cyrus went through a whole little ratchet phase. Sure did. She had a song with Future and all of them. She's out there, J's on my feet. J's on my feet. Okay, you out here with Project Pat. Okay, okay.
No, you don't. I'm about to educate you though. Let's put up the picture full mask. Isn't it something? Comparing Beyonce to a dog whistle for the B word, by the way. And he's incorrect on historical dynamics. And I think the Dukes of Hazzard actor is just mad he's not on the collaboration. So, country singer John Snyder and OAN anchor Allison Steinberg were criticizing Beyonce for releasing country music for an upcoming album. This is not the Houston native's first foray into the genre. In 2016, she performed at the Country Music Awards alongside the Chicks, a performance that drew anger from country music fans, conservatives, and yes, bigots, with feeling that a Black artist like her was encroaching on a genre that she did not belong. What?
Is this them being afraid? It sounds like fear. Fear of talent. Fear of people coming back to something that they already created. And if I'm being honest, a lot of them never left. You just have a lot of Black country artists just now getting recognition because people are interested again because Beyonce has put out this country music and now it's pushing. I can't think of her name. Y'all know the girl that sings Buckle Bunny. I found her like a year and a half ago and I was like, she jamming. Started following her. I get online when I can find her music. I go and buy it just to support her. Okay. I remember the first mainstream Black person, Darius Rucker. Y'all remember Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish? Darius Rucker was the first mainstream Black man that, at least in my generation, that I knew that was moving forward in country and pursuing it as an actual legitimate career. Hey, Slim, and thank you for my huggy kisses. Okay. Raina Richards, thank you. Okay, K Michelle, baby, been out here saying, K Michelle been said she wants to be a country singer. She wants a country album. She wants to write for country artists. She wants to be on the stage. And we all know she got them pipes. Okay. Tracy Chapman show did too. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But so on the cool, you said Charlie Pride, yes, okay. You said they can have country music. No. No, it's not theirs to own. Music is universal. The last time I checked, it wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? From what talent is talent, and what people feel is what they feel. And the fact that these people are so entitled, the fact that these people are so afraid of, right? Afraid. The fact that these people want so hard to exclude people, a group of people that created the genre. As a matter of fact, brought the genre to the United States. The one of the lead instruments in country music is African. The fact that they want so badly to exclude and box you out is insane. Insane. Is fear of them being outperformed.
According to the true origins of country music, a TED Talk by vocalist, historian Queen Esther, not only is country music rooted in Black culture,
come on,
but it also originated with blues music and West African music traditions. The banjo, a key instrument in country music, originated in Africa. And the white man who popularized the banjo learned how to play it from the enslaved. Facts. All right, Mr. Mayor, once again, talking and don't know their history. What's that?
Child. Okay. Chile. I'm excited. I'm excited that there's so many people. Okay. There's so many people at this point that are, like I said, new artists that are finally going to get attention. They're finally going to get posted. They're finally going to get plays. You said she about to win all the country music awards. Watch. I don't know, because this is the thing. When you start getting into those award shows, a lot of it is based more on politics, more so than like talent or who necessarily deserves an award. So I'm not sure about that, because there's so many people that are just put on edge and downright violent just towards the presence of Black people being there on stage. When she performed with the Dixie Chicks, I can't think of his name. He got up and he walked out. When Beyonce was at the CMAs and she performed with the Dixie Chicks, he literally got up and walked out. That's how opposed he was and how appalled he was to Beyonce being on the stage. Oh, she's definitely going again. Y'all know there are already radio stations that, try to come out and be like, well, we're not going to play her music unless other stations are playing it. And they said that when other stations were already playing it. Alan Jackson, thank you, Penn. Thank you, Penn. Thank you. they do not like the Dixie Chicks at all. You said they'll look over her at the country awards. They'll try, but at the end of the day, the numbers are never going to be able to lie. As long as Billboard is out here saying she's number one in this, number one in that, and her sales are going, they're not going to be able to. They can try all that. They can try all they want to. They're not going to be able to do it. Okay. And because at the end of the day, I am the performative and symbolic, acts of equality from these decision makers and the powers that be in our government. I'm over it. I'll tell you that. Hey, Cake Pops, I'm over it. Okay. Now, Beyonce, we know Beyonce. We know that she is amazing, okay, when it comes to music, when it comes to entertainment and shows, when it comes to a project, when it comes to a documentary, okay? We know that she is the bee's knees at this, okay? Nobody is better than our Queen Bee at this. But what I do want to know, okay, because one thing that Queen Bee does not do very well is product launches. And I want to know how many of you guys are going to be purchasing Sacred Hair Care. That's how you pronounce it, if you're wondering. I saw a lot of people asking, how do you pronounce it? I also saw that there were some people this morning up at 4 a.m., but honey, buying. How many of you guys are going to be purchasing Sacred Hair Care? You said you got to support the people. You said you never heard of it. Beverly said no. You said I'm not a B fan, so I don't keep up with her. Had no idea she had a line. Yes, you said honestly, I'll probably buy it and try it. Okay, it's mixed. I'm a hair. Let's see. If my hairstylist says it's good, then yes. Okay. Let's see. I think this is a better fit of a product for her than Miss Tina's expertise. I actually do not like this product for her at all. I don't. I don't like it for her. I mean, I don't have to like it for her. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like it for her, but I just know historically, whenever Beyonce drops a physical product, the launches do okay, but the products don't typically do that well. Hey, Swim.
Hey,
What's
so I'm
going
so happy
on?
about this topic because I have a lot to say about it. So, I would have actually loved this for her mom because we know her history as a hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this would have been a better project for her mom. But also, we never really see Beyonce's natural hair. She's always in
That
wigs
part,
and something else.
I feel
Something
like
else.
I feel like a better product for her would have been if she would have dropped an actual wig line, or maybe if it was hair care
Clippings
for
and something.
blonde hair, because that's the thing. One of the things is supposed to be, her hair care line is supposed to be for all hair types, and we all know historically a product that is for every hair type typically does not do well on a lot of different hair types. Okay, so I feel like if
Mhm.
maybe she had like a hair color line of like different dyes, or how to get her iconic blondes, if she had something to just care for the hair care. And I agree with you that this would have been a great fit for her mom. And because people love Beyonce and they love Miss Tina, they would have ran out and they would have supported it. But I'm just not, I don't, I think it's always kind of like with a lot of her stuff. There's a lot of initial buzz and you get the initial buyers, and then the products struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like once they're actually on the shelves or they're for people to buy.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it. I'm gonna get it for a couple of reasons. One, I really like the bottle because I've never seen shampoo and conditioner bottles like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, I would also love to test it out because of like swimming. Like how well will it do after a day at the pool or a day at the beach or whatever. So that's my reasons for getting it. But yeah, I don't know how well it's gonna do. Like you said, she doesn't really do well with product launches, but it's just no prior diversity of seeing her with her natural hair or anything, or even trying different products like that. No one has talked about products she's used from her team in the past. So I really don't know about this one.
It's that, but it's also like her lack of a personal brand. And what I mean by that is, like, for instance, when Rihanna dropped Fenty, we all believed in it. Or when she dropped Savage, because Rihanna showed us she was a savage on a regular basis. Rihanna dropped pieces that were things that she would wear. We would see her in it all the time. We see her in the makeup. You know what I'm saying? We see her doing the makeup. And also Rihanna talks to her fans. And I think people people forget that Rihanna actually talks to her fans. She deals with them on a regular basis. Y'all, there was a point in time. Do y'all remember when Rihanna would be out here? Some of y'all don't remember because y'all too young, okay? But Rihanna had her phase like back in the day on Twitter, and she would get you together, okay? On
Hey,
Twitter,
I remember that.
on Twitter and on Instagram. She would get you together. Rihanna did not care.
She had to get off of Instagram. She got kicked off of Instagram so much. They took her phone.
Yes.
She would get banned from Instagram often. I remember.
Oh my God. I remember one time this girl wrote on one of Rihanna's posts. She was like, "Why is your hair nappy?" And Rihanna said, "Because I'm black, B."
Right? Why you asking stupid questions? You don't get stupid answers.
Right. You said before Wendy's there was Bad Girl Riri. Exactly. Bad Girl Riri did not play. Y'all talking about, maybe her tweets and her IGs and her clapbacks were legendary. But that's all a part of what humanized her. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest, if Cardi B dropped a hair care line, I feel like it would go over well and it would have sustainability because Cardi B is on there all the time. She's always cooking. She's showing her hair sometimes. Y'all remember she was out here, had everybody mixing up avocado and honey and whatever mask.
Yep.
She was in here in the kitchen making or whatever. People have seen. She posts her like hair growth journey periodically out there. That's what I mean by personal brand. And I'm not saying that you have to be all the time speaking to people and interacting with people. But when Beyonce did the Verizon commercial, when was the last time we saw on a commercial? Like Pepsi? Like
I
we're
don't
like
really remember. The
well,
last one I remember is when she did a commercial of like all of her favorite music videos, or her famous music videos, when she recreated those. That was the last thing I really remember, where it was like a collage of different things that she did.
and see, I don't even remember that. I feel like the last commercial I really remember her in was seriously Pepsi. And I know that's a long time ago. For a long time, Beyonce stopped doing interviews.
The last one I remember is when she did Fever, for one of her perfumes, Fever, with the red dress, and it got banned because they thought it was too sexy. Do y'all remember that?
No.
I remember that.
Yeah, it got banned.
I'm finna go look it
that
up.
was like in 2009.
Let me go
Beyonce.
let me go look it up.
It came out after the True Star one, right?
I don't remember True Star.
I remember the fragrance. I just don't remember the commercial.
But you know what? The Beehive. What that?
Let's see. It says, although we considered that the ad was unlikely to be harmful to adults or older children, we considered that Beyonce's body movements and the camera prolonged focus on shots of her dress slipping away created a sexually provocative ad that was unsuitable to be seen by young children. What? Chad, I had no idea she had a band commercial.
Yeah, they banned her commercial. I remember it was all over the news. I was like, what? I was like 13 or 14. And I was like, are they doing it because of her body? Like, or was
Okay.
But I'm not, but only because
My bad. I had to see it. I'm sorry. Baby, they are so what they were hating on her. They banned this. Y'all know in the Jador commercial. Child by that's hater-tastic. Hater, let me tell you this. The whole Jador commercial, she's like in a pool and she's like basically she's wearing these barely there chains. I'm through. I'm done. You said you love them jeans, baby. You talking about Miss Incredible. You talking about House of Darion. I had me some House of Darion jeans and some House of Darion shirts. Okay, with my baby fat. Boom. Okay. I
had
did.
a dress that I wore for homecoming, and it was the cutest thing ever. And I still remember that picture to this day. I never bought another piece though. But
okay, shake your derriere and your Darion.
House of Darion and all that. They couldn't pay you nothing.
I got a couple pieces of Ivy Park too. Like that's what I'm saying. People will go out and they will buy like a first round, but it's not repeat and return customers because Beyonce is Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like seeing her. It's like you got to see a bald eagle or something. That's not like a normal thing. And I don't think a lot of people like Beyonce doesn't come off as very relatable. And what I mean by that is you almost don't picture her doing normal things. Like in your mind, she does normal stuff. But like I don't think about Beyonce washing her own hair. I think about Beyonce going to her stylist and her stylist washing her hair and trimming her ends and conditioning it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure she probably washes her own hair. I'm sure she probably washes her children's hair. But for whatever reason in my mind, I just picture her as so busy. I picture her being fabulous and touring the world and gallivanting. I picture her, in the studio and working on stuff and, getting her promos and all of that done. I just don't picture her, in the house washing her hair or washing her kids' hair and conditioning it. You know what I'm saying? The way that regular people do. You said that would be a cute video? Yeah.
I agree with you, but I also felt like at one point I would have compared Mariah Carey and her to be on the same level when it comes to that not being personable. But since Mariah Carey had kids and like her Christmas stuff and her kids like probably teaching her about TikTok and all this other stuff, she's starting to become a little bit more personable. So if Mariah Carey did something like that, it probably would do well.
Yeah. Because it's never the launch. The initial launch is not the problem. It's the sustainability of repeat and return customers and clients to come back and purchase.
Yeah, I think I want to side with you on that, Miss Ashley, because I think that to me, like from the outside looking in, like I love me some Beyonce. That's my girl. Like I love her music. But I think like when you think about like getting into the health and beauty space, like the clothing space, getting more into like your personal brand, I feel like we see her in this way. But then you think about like, I don't see her go live. She barely do interviews. It's like that part of I'm getting from Beyonce is like, you know, just really high upper class.
Thank you, Auntie Pearl.
Just sophisticated. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to say she's like looking down on us like little minions, but I'm just saying I just don't feel like the more personable, relatable part in that way. Like you said earlier, like washing her hair and, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, she don't even have any captions in her half the time in her Instagram.
Right. She just posted and says nothing. Right. And then, and this is the thing. It's not even that I like feel like she's just so bougie. She just seems like she's so busy. She's so driven, you know what I'm saying, by her career and her, you know, political movements for the empowerment of all the rest of us. Like, I just don't see, I can't even picture her making her own salad in her house. And I'm sure the woman does. I just feel like she just, I need a salad. It's a chef there. Here's your salad, Queen B. Because Beyonce is too busy to do regular stuff. I don't picture her cleaning her own shower. She's too busy. That's not a good utilization of her time.
I know. That's the vibe I'm getting to. And I feel like you said it so well. Like everything that you just mentioned, you pretty much just said it right out of my head. But at the end of the day, I think like if you're a beehive, you know, if you love Beyonce, everything she pushed out, you know, some people just like, I'm going to get it, I'm going to buy it. But I just feel like I just look at her as like a full-blown entertainer. I love her music. I like her fashion. And so I'm really curious to see where her, the latest perfume, like what happens with that, like this new, you know, hair care line. Like I will be really curious to see where it go. I wish her all the support.
I do. I'm just thinking to myself how shocked I would be if I saw Beyonce go live on Instagram washing her hair. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, I'm not gonna lie. I would be one of the hundreds of thousands of people in there looking. I wouldn't even be typing. I wouldn't even be trying to comment. I would just be in there like, wow, this is how Beyonce washes her hair. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Queen Niche. Yeah. So I think that's the hard part why the products have an issue sustaining, because y'all know Ivy Park did not do well either. And I told people it wasn't going to do well. I said they have all these big drops in that initial drop or that lunch. It's like a frenzy. And then after that, you can't get your hands on it anymore. And now they got all of this product, you know, sitting in the back shelves, in the back stock. And so I personally don't think she should be launching like personal products or merch products. It just doesn't seem like a good fit, you know what I mean, for her, to me, unless she decides that she's going to make a turn, you know what I'm saying, one day where she is a bit more personable. But like you said, even when she posts on Instagram, there's not even a caption. When she puts up a post on TikTok, there's no caption. Beyonce just posts like, this is it.
Right. And then people be like, oh, because you remember she did that little campaign when she came out, well, when the perfume dropped, and people was like, in the comments, Ashley, like, she's talking to us.
They were.
I was dying. Like,
they were like, she spoke to us. They were like, oh my God.
Like, I was cracking
up. They were.
I was like, listen, I'm not even gonna lie. Because everything she do, I'm just captivated. Like, I think on the drop with marketing campaigns, her launching campaign, I absolutely love it, right? I think she nails it. But it's just like when she did that, honestly, though, Ashley, I could relate to that. Like, she just looked, like, simple. It was more relatable. Like, I love that she did that. I'm like, yo, B, I would love more of that. Like, that would be dope.
Yeah, but I also understand though why she's guarded the way she is. She has to be, because whenever she does try and let people in a little bit, you know, everybody attacks her. I will never forget how vicious the internet was when they went in on Blue Ivy when she was a baby. You know, and y'all remember those, I can't remember the reporter's name, was like a contributor for an article, and he basically said Blue Ivy like looks like her daddy, or like thank God she's rich or something. It was like crazy. I'm like, this is a little kid. Like, what's wrong with y'all? So I can see why, you know what I mean? She's just like, okay, I'm just gonna give a little, but I'm gonna stay back here. So I definitely understand it, but also because she has that so it's not a lot of people that have like really star power, celebrity power like that, but she really, really does. Okay. She's the type, she just walk in and not say anything. She walk in a pair of sunglasses and just stand there, and people would lose their effing minds. Okay. She would cause a whole entire ride.
Yeah. You remember that video? Who was doing the interview? And she came up and like touched his shoulder, and then he looked over and was like, oh my God, it was Beyonce. He ran over to her and gave her a hug. I forgot who it was. Rapper.
Yeah. Let's see. You said you think it'll sell well because the Hive will support it. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
The Hive supports the lunches. I'm a part of the Beehive. But like the sustainability of people being repeat and return buyers or repeat and return customers, that's where the challenge is coming in at. It's not the initial lunch. The initial lunch does well. Everybody's like, oh my God, Beyonce dropped something new. And because I feel like people, this is why I feel like, because Beyonce is such a celebrity and such a star, it's like people in the Beehive, they want to get their one piece so they can be like, okay, I got a part of Beyonce. Like, this is my little collector's item. Or if they super Beehive fans, they probably got a freaking Beehive altar. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, she did this. Let me get my piece to go here. There are people that will buy her shampoo. They probably will just buy it and never even use it because they just want to say they got it. So 30 years later, they were like, yes, I got this the day that she launched it. No, I've never used it. I have no idea what it does on my hair. Just here it is.
Has anybody bought her perfume, the latest perfume? Anybody smelled it?
No, I'm gonna buy it.
No.
I had not purchased it, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna buy it. Okay. Even though a lot of people that were reviewing it, I could tell they didn't like it. But there was they did a comparison on the streets. It was like a random TikToker. I wish I could remember whose account this was because I thought it was so cool. And I was like, Beyonce's team needs to be having clips like this on a regular basis. And what they did is they had men smell the different fragrances. And I think like 9 out of the 10 men actually chose Beyonce's fragrance as like what they felt like was sexy or what they would want a woman to smell like. Just kind of the mindset it put them in and things like that. And I said, okay, I said, I'll buy it. But when I saw other, and granted, the other reviews I seen, they were from women. They did not seem that enthused when I watched other people review the perfume.
It was interesting when I found out about it. What? I think someone had talked to a TikToker had talked about it, and then I was like, why haven't I heard anything about it? And then I heard that during the tour, they had testers, so people that were waiting in line, they were just asking them to smell the fragrance or whatever it was, and then it was on pre-order, and I'm like, so was it like an exclusive launch or whatever it is, or was she just trying to get marketing data off of it? So I was just so confused about the whole launch.
I think a lot of marketing data, and I think what it was is like an internal or a soft launch. So it's kind of like whenever sometimes I have products or I have like a training or a course or something, and I'll just market it to people in the kingdom already, right? I'll just text y'all or email y'all, let y'all know what's going on. Nobody ever sees it on social media. I never say a thing to anybody out there. It's literally just for you guys. And I feel like maybe that's where she felt like that's where we'll do the opening of it at. So we have enough, like feedback, reviews, people that actually say I have it or I smelt it. But like I said, I'll try it now. But before, like when I was watching a lot of the women review it, nobody just seemed like over the moon about it or saying this is what I want to smell like every day. I didn't hear anybody saying, okay, I wore this and people were just like, oh my God, you smell so good. You know, you flaking this. I was like, okay.
I have a point of view I don't know if anyone's brought up yet. So do you guys remember how we used to view celebrities back in the days as more, and Beyonce is still exclusive, but for the rest of the celebrities, we took their word as bond. And nowadays, to get that trust factor, we want truth and authenticity.
Authenticity.
We want them to be authentic.
Yeah.
So with the this skincare Proactive back in the days, y'all remember Proactive?
Yes, I remember
They would
Proactive.
always endorse celebrities. So just because the celebrities were on the commercials, like I remember P Diddy, they played it all the time. They made so many sales just because P Diddy was on the commercial saying that he used it. It's a great product, this and that. But nowadays, and I'm not talking about Beyonce with this, I'm talking about all celebrities. Nowadays, just because a celebrity is endorsing a product, we won't necessarily trust it. We'll trust the influencer over them, you know, if we have been with the influencer since the beginning of their journey, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But with Beyonce, like you all stated, she will sell out because she has a core fan base. But the product, to keep selling out, the product has to actually be of quality and good.
Absolutely. And I can't even say that I can't even say her stuff isn't of quality. I don't remember having any major issues with like House of Darion when I had it back in the day. I think I may even still have a shirt or something if I go look in my storage. I don't remember, you know, with my Ivy Park, I haven't had any quality issues with it or anything like that. I just, like I said, is because when you sell products like that, like every day, and your celebrity or personal brand helps so much with it. And then, like you said, you know, working through influencers too, because when you look at a lot of these other celebrities and they are doing extremely well, they absolutely partner with a lot of influencers. And really, the influencers are who are, you know, they're running it up like night and day and day and night. And so you're correct when if you got 200 influencers out and they're like, oh my God, this smells amazing. This looks amazing. This tastes amazing. This is the best I ever had. She did her big one with this. I'm absolutely shocked. You know, the pigments are stunning. Whatever is going on, then you're correct. There are going to be more people that sell it because people are looking for the opinions of regular people.
And I think that was where they went wrong with her initial drops with the Ivy Park. Because if y'all remember when they had it was an orange drop and everybody had a huge box, but she only gave the boxes to celebrities. And everybody was like, why she won't just give it to influencers? But I think this time she changed it because she has a lot of influencers on the hair with the hair care deal.
Yeah.
And they've been promoting it since November. Well, it was a secret, but you know, they were secretly promoting it, but now they can openly promote it.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the reasons why. I mean, and like you said, Ivy Park still did good, but I think it would have had a more just.
Well, no, Ivy Park didn't do well at all. That's not what I said. The launch of it did, but as far as the consistent sales, no, they lost a lot of money on Ivy Park. It didn't. Sales are very underwhelming, and that's what I'm saying with a lot of Beyonce stuff. Like the initial launch is a really, really good lunch, but like her being able to get repeat and return sales and customers, that's not working. Something else that may work with this sacred hairline, the price point. So like it's in between like $30-$40. So hey, what's going on, girl? It's in between $30 and $40. So that makes it a lot more affordable for a lot of people and very obtainable. So I was like, this is something that's new because some of the other things, you know, the price points were like $100 plus, right? Thank you, Pen. Thank you, girl. Okay. The price points were Pen to Profit. That was Pen to Profit that just sent that, y'all. But the price points were way higher. So I feel like because this is more affordable too, and they corrected that mistake because Kid Cutie, I said the same thing when she launched Ivy Park and all the celebrities were getting the big boxes. She should have went to influence. She should have went to influencer route.
That was so tone deaf to me.
Yeah,
it was like I'm like it's not 2000. We're not just gonna listen to a celebrity. They're paid to do that. We want to see everyday people or really popular influencers that we have grown with for like 10 years plus.
Yeah, and but I think that comes to, like we were talking about, when you're not talking to your people immediately, and you have to work through other people that are telling you, oh, this is what people want. You know, see what I'm saying? She doesn't have a direct connection. Like Rihanna talks to her people directly. Cardi B, she talks to her people directly. You know what I'm saying? Even Kevin Hart, he talks to his people directly. You will see The Rock, he talks to his people directly. So therefore, they have more of a direct pulse on what people are into. Because Kevin Hart has what's that? He has like a healthy burger chain. Oh gosh, y'all help me out. What's the name of it?
Heart Health or something?
Yeah, Heart Health or something like that. Yes, but them things are like baby doing well. Okay, real well. And when he opened them, the lines were like crazy all over the place. So they're in selected cities, but yeah.
I need to go do some research.
Use her product, wash and blue ivy hair. That'll definitely set it off. That's what I thought she was making a line for, to pass it on the blue ivy myself.
So, but like I'm like, but this is the thing, she would have to like keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Or at least not all the time, but at least once a quarter, somebody will want to see her trimming her ends or using her hair pudding, or you know what I'm saying, like oiling her scalp. And I'm telling you, it's just I think for a lot of people, they see a product launch like this with her is more or less like, oh, she just put her name on it. She didn't, you know what I'm saying? And then she just put her name on this. She didn't actually work on the formulation. This is not something that she actually whipped up herself. This is not something she's using on a regular basis, because people just, like I'm saying, Beyonce is so huge, and people just see her as busy and a mogul and amazing, and you doing all of this, socioeconomic work for our community and stuff like that. A lot, and even though we know she's a human, but she's like a superhuman. She is an alien superstar in real life. So because she really is an alien superstar, you just don't picture her doing that type of stuff.
Shout out to the Kingdom for hitting the first goal, 50K. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Y'all tap. Hey, you know what's happening though? Beyonce, y'all lick up.
Hey.
Beyonce.
Laughing B said, I wish we could have seen her stylist do her hair with the products. That may work. And something else that her team has not tapped into yet. Y'all, if y'all notice, a lot of these other celebrities, this goes back to what Kia Cutie was saying with the influencers. A lot of them will go to YouTubers and they'll sit down and do interviews. They'll either fly out to those people's studios or their houses, or fly to people, to theirs. And they do all types of partnerships with people. Like I see, like John Legend has a skincare line. And him and Jackie Anna were doing like a whole, thing together, going through the routine. I can't remember who he's partnered with, but he's been, on the scene with different people. Y'all know the Kardashians, they are known for getting all the influencers, honey. They collect them like Pokemon. They gonna fly you out there. They gonna bring you to the lunch. They gonna make sure you get pictures. Your PR swag bag's gonna be the bomb. They gonna set up interviews without you. They gonna work with the makeup artists that the people have said that they the bomb.com. They are going to do it, okay? Whether it's makeup, whether it's highlight contour, whether it's a body garment, whether, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna play. You know what I'm saying? And so I think even if it wasn't her, but I'm telling y'all, if Beyonce started doing like little pull-ups with like influencers, you know what I'm saying? Little interviews, and especially like the hair influencers, right? And hey, like let's wash, let's condition, let's do this, let's do that. Okay, I can see them like in a robe and like some fabulous sunnies, like some nice big towels piled up on the counter. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is what I do. This is how I spend time with my mom. These are memories of my childhood. Y'all know my mama had a salon, so Kelly and I, after rehearsals, we go in there and sit and do this and that and blah 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 blah. Stuff like that would really help push like consistent sales of this. You know what I'm saying? And then whenever you heard other people talking about it or reviewing it, I feel like it would be a lot more believable. And then you're going to have the purchasing of the, recurring sales on a regular basis.
But that's what I thought. Like when I saw that she had her launch party, I really did felt like, I was like, okay, I know she gonna have some influencers up in there. And I was like, was there, and I was gonna ask, did y'all know any like major, influencers that were there?
I can say this. I honestly don't, but that doesn't mean that they're not major in their area. And I don't keep up specifically with like the hair care influencers, so I couldn't call it. We would have to get somebody up here that keeps up with like Hair Talk and Hair Tube and Hairgram and knows who the major players are on that side, because she may have had some people that were like, really have a foothold and a big digital imprint over there. And just because that's not the type of content that I consume on a regular basis, I wouldn't know. There's only a handful of them that I could, call out and say like, oh yeah, like very, very, very small. And I couldn't tell you who any hair influencer is if they're not a natural hair, like a black natural hair. And then I focus more on the type 4 girls because I have type 4. Well, I have 3 and 4 hair mixed together, but my hair will fight back. So I focus mostly on the type 4 girlies. So I couldn't even tell you who a hair influencer is. It's in the 3B or the 3A category. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea.
Okay. Oh, they saying they saw some makeup.
You saw Makeup by Shayla. That's it. Yeah. And see, Makeup by Shayla is a makeup girl. She bomb.com. You said Sacred barely has any followers on YouTube. I look for videos on 3C Hair. They don't have a lot of, even a couple of people that are reviewing it or talking about it, they don't have a huge amount of views. And I'm telling you, a lot of it is because nobody really knew it was coming. And like I said, if you're in the Beehive, you may have been up at 4 o'clock this morning ordering some of the beauty products so you can have them. But it's not, the marketing style is just very different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might need to reach out to them because I actually got a couple contacts. I might even reach out to them and be like, hey, I can assist with this. I got ideas for y'all. Y'all said y'all saw Jasmine Brown. She's a hair girly. Okay, that's good.
So I just placed my order, but when I was looking at the ingredients, this seems to be actually more natural based instead of like emulsified, where it's just like water based and stuff. So I'm interested to see what it is. So I ordered the hair oil, the hydrating shampoo, and the deep conditioner because they don't have the hydrating conditioner yet. So we'll see how that goes because I have mixed hair too, 3C, 4/ whatever curl pattern they want to have that day.
Yeah, and yes, baby, she said she just placed her order. And this is the other thing too. I think it's having a hard time with people being able to gravitate for it as far as why the views are low, because it's being marketed as like hair care for all hair types. And a lot of people just don't believe that something is going to benefit all hair types. It's just very, very challenging to get people to believe that. So for instance, if you're looking for 3C or 4C hair or, straight hair or curly hair or, I don't know, Filipino hair or whatever. But if you're looking for these different types of videos, because that's how a lot of people search when they're going through like looking for products and reviews and hair care journeys and stuff like that, then, you know what I'm saying? Or like a specific thing that it does. Like I'm looking for a growth oil, right? A growth oil can necessarily be for any type of hair, but it does something specific. There's a girl all over TikTok. I keep seeing her hair pudding. I finally ordered some, and everybody talks about how moisturizing it is on your hair. So it's going to make your retention journey way, way easier, right? Everybody has talked about how good this girl's hair pudding is. I said, F it, I'm gonna try. I just ordered one. I ordered 2. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see what's going on with the hair pudding. So when you have like something that does something specifically, so Beyonce was like, this product is for moisturization and retention of your hair, then I feel like any hair type could have kind of bought into it, if that makes sense. Like there's nothing, it hasn't been marketed as that it does anything specific for your hair. It's just like, oh, this is a hair care product for all hair care types.
Yeah, I hate an all-inclusive product too, because it's like something's not gonna work.
Yeah. You said, why doesn't Beyonce know this at that point? But this is the thing. Beyonce is not a marketer. She's a businesswoman. She's an entertainer. She's a performer. She knows how to put on a show. But you got to realize when you get as huge as her, I can't even say big, tremendous as her, you have so many people on your teams for different things. You know what I'm saying? You have, and again, like we were talking about, she doesn't really have a personal brand anymore at this point. She doesn't do interviews anymore. Everybody was shocked when they seen her in the Verizon commercial because we haven't seen her do a commercial in a really, really, really long time. She popped up today. I seen Essence released her, on the cover. It's been a while, you know what I mean, since we've really seen her in a magazine. A lot of them have been the high fashion magazines, maybe over the past 10 years, but you just don't get a lot of access to her. She hasn't done like a lot of television interviews in a long time. So because of that, I think that there's a disconnect. Like, I believe she loves her fans. I know she loves her beehive, but she may not know. Like, I feel like someone's filtering to her, like, oh, this is what the people want. I don't think Beyonce's sitting down at night like the rest of us small business owners working on her own page or working or building out her own marketing campaign and what it's going to look like. And these are the prices and this is the upsell. I think she has a team that puts it together and maybe they bring it to her and she yays it or nays it or says, fix this or change that or shift this or shift that. I could be wrong, but she just seems super busy to be doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You said she should make Beyonce Stanley Cups. Oh, that would be great, especially if they were chrome or platinum to match like everything from the Renaissance. That would be dope. I think they would probably sell out. They probably would. And they probably could double or triple the price of the Stanley Cup because it's a special Renaissance Stanley Cup. They probably could.
That's funny. You know what Beyonce would like really be good for her is if she did the marketing campaign Barbie did. Like how they correlated everything Barbie relates to. Like their whole marketing was like everywhere for Barbie. And I feel like if she did that, that would really boost her personable brand again.
I'm not laughing at you. I just looked down and seen Nicole talking about Beyonce like to take people tax money. Oh, baby, she coming on because she announcing something on 329. You go to that site, all you see is 329. What did I tell y'all the other day? I said April and May is a great time to launch something because people got them goddamn tax refunds. They got the tax refunds, baby, April and May. You ready to drop something? Dropping it in April and May. Mid-March through April, baby, is there.
Miss Beyonce been on a ball though. One drop after the next.
Okay.
She ain't holding them up.
K. Marie says she's extremely disconnected. I used to love her, but I stopped following her a long row ago because of that. Yeah, she's been dropping a lot of stuff, but like I said, her lunches are never her issue because people are in a frenzy to get whatever she drops. It's the sustainability and the return sales in order to be able to keep the business going. Right. When it comes to like personal products. So, but I feel like if she would have been like, this is a hair care line for people with blonde hair, that you see what I'm saying? That's like specific. If she would have been like, oh, here's my like a line of dyes and lifts for people that want to take their hair to like the beautiful honey blonde, because it takes like years to get your dark hair up to the color combination she has. If Beyonce would have dropped a line of lace fronts with is it Kim Kimble or Kim? Is it Kim Kimble? Kimmy Kimble? Y'all know what I'm talking about, her hairstyle. Yes. If she would have dropped, like, boom, we got a line of wigs, honey. They're gonna snatch your edges and grow them back. Okay, you're gonna be like, what lace? Okay, because Beyonce was, as far as I know, she was one of the first major celebrities back in the day to wear a lace front. I had no idea what a lace front was. Okay, I remember they would get like those pictures, how she make all them faces when she's performing, and they were like, why is her forehead wrinkling? And it was like a celebrity hairstylist. Like, oh, that's her lace front. I was like, a lace front? And I was like, what is that? I had to go and investigate, right? So when it comes to the units, baby, hers are undefeated. Okay. So she had a line of it. If she could charge $5,000 a unit and people would buy them, they would sell out because they want a lace front as far as Beyonce's. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know we can't afford, some women to eat special diets and grow the hair out of their head just for our lace fronts. But at the end of the day, people would still buy that because again, they connect her with performing, entertaining, you know what I mean? The hair, if Beyonce had a line of little fans, little diva fans, people would buy them. Because people always think about Beyonce and the hair blowing, the hair blowing in the wind and the stance and all of that. So I feel like there's maybe a little disconnect with kind of what people associate her with, maybe in between that and her team.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways she can mix and match what she does now and currently to really get her into the products or the merchandising. But I feel like she's done the same type of marketing for relaunches now.
Yeah.
Ivy Park, Sacred, and the perfume. And I don't know when she's going to make the change or if she feels she needs to make a change.
Beyonce gonna have it's gonna be Sacred, the perfume, and her album dropping for $250.
And see, that's the thing. It's the high price points. That's kind of said. I feel like Sacred has the best chance of being the most successful out of everything because the price point is lower and it's more affordable, and somebody can actually afford that month after month after month, if that makes sense. As compared to Ivy Park. If the average piece was like $150 or $200 something for a piece, I think one of my bodysuits that I bought was like $98 or something like that. Like realistically, people are not going to be able to purchase that all the time. People came up with the money for the concert because the Renaissance was like an experience, right? Going to the tour. That's not an everyday thing. When it comes to the perfume, most people are not purchasing a $250 bottle of perfume. That's not most people's perfume but fragrance budget. Most people are not purchasing a $500 fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why even like Tom Ford and Dolce & Gabbana and J'adore, they make like little smaller travel sizes and stuff like that because realistically, that's more affordable for people. And so that's why when you kind of have like inbound marketing, because you got to remember the product is like a sub thing. It's not her main focus. Her core is the music, right? It's the tours, it's the performances, it's her headlining and things. That's her core offer. The core offer isn't House of Darien or Ivy Park or the Sacred Hair Care line. So I feel like because of that, it doesn't get as much attention. But I'm telling you, if they would just follow my rollout, what I got in mind, she could probably knock them all out in like a 2-day window and be able to drop them incrementally throughout the year and have those continued sales.
I sure do have a Dolce & Gabbana roll-on.
You said I'm not leaving generational perfumes behind for a celebrity fragrance. You're not leaving generalized for celebrity fragrance. I'm just like I said, the fragrance drop. The reason I didn't run out and buy her latest fragrance is because when everyone was doing the reviews, no one was like, "I wore this," and people just stopped me saying, "I smell so good all day." You know what I'm saying? If people were not getting online time, baby, let me tell you how great this smell. People were opening it and they would spray it and they would kind of make a face and they'd be like, I think I like it. They'd be like, I think I like, and I'd be like, they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't convinced that they really. Nobody said it smelled bad, but there was no one that was like, gosh, this just smells amazing.
Not like I gotta run out and get it.
Right.
Now.
And so I feel like with her shampoo and stuff like that, I feel like if there are people talking about, I can see a difference in my hair. Immediately after I used the shampoo and the conditioner, my hair was heavy. It felt hydrated. The mask really worked well. Then you'll probably see more sales pick up, but you got to have enough people actually giving it just kind of over the moon beyond reviews, because a lot of people, even though 30 what's it? The clarifying shampoo is like $40, right? No, it's $38. $38 is like something that someone can afford, but $38 is expensive for a shampoo. But she's not, but she's not out of line with like that level, you know what I'm saying, of supposed to be, you know, high end shampoos and conditioners and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, there's this woman on TikTok, and she makes her own shampoo and peppermint. She has like a moisturizing shampoo. It's amazing, and when you put it on your head, it just foams up like super thick, huge. Your hair feels great. And then it's the first time ever that after I deep condition, and you know, they say you deep condition, don't need any conditioner after. First time that ever happened in my life was using her stuff. She has a mask. And when I say my hair was heavy because it absorbed so much water, I was in shock. So the experience I had with that was really amazing. So yes, I'll continue to buy, you know, her shampoos and conditioners and hair masks, because the first thing I said to myself, I said, baby, I said, this shampoo is $35. This shampoo better be best shampoo I ever used in my life. And hers was the best shampoo I ever used in my life. So realistically, if you have, even, you know, if you're purchasing from a natural hair, someone that could, you know, produces their own natural hair care products, and maybe a bottle of shampoo is $18, 18 to a 38 is, you know what I'm saying, that's a little bit of an incline. If you are still purchasing Cantu or something like that, what's Cantu, like $5.99 or $6.99 or something a bottle? So a $6.99 to a 38, you see what I'm saying? So if you buying a shampoo and you getting a conditioner, or she has the lotion, that's what it's, a shampoo, a lotion, and you buy like a little mask or something, you at about 120, probably 150 after taxes and shipping.
You get a discount.
For me, you can go ahead.
No, you can go.
Okay, it was quick. For me, it's not about the price, because I'll pay for quality when it comes to hair care and skincare. I just need to know that it works. And especially if I already have my set products that I use. Like I have two brands, like Pardon My Afro. I love that brand. It's in Walmart. It's lime green with the black ladies with the different hairstyles.
Mm-hmm.
I use that brand right now. And I just started with TPH, Taraji P. Henson. And I'm like, I need to use, and I have so much. I said I need to use all this first. But I still want to try Beyonce's brand, especially knowing that she raised her own bees. She has a beehive. And I wish that she would, you know, talk about, if she was to do some type of promotion, if she make a story time about that, as if, you know, like, and then she could just incorporate, like, that's why I put honey into my products, because it has several usage, because she started the beehive with her twins having asthma. But, you know, honey can also be used on hair,
right.
Skincare, you know, it could be used to heal. Like, that'll be a great, people be like, oh my God, she's so knowledgeable, you know?
Yeah.
That'll be a great story time to add, because honey is in her products as well.
Right. And see, a lot of people don't even know what's in it. They don't know the benefit. It's just marketed right now as hair care for all hair care types. So we're going to see, because, you know, everybody's going to be watching. You said, I think it was about 300 for the set of Sacred. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. We're going to see what it does. Like I said, the lunch is going to be crazy. Her lunches are always bananas. It's the sustainability of the customer retention and the repeat and return customers. That's where they historically have problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So we 50-50. Half of y'all in here say y'all going to buy the Sacred. Half of y'all in here say, you don't want hair care from Beyonce. Okay. And half of y'all, well, not half. A third of y'all going to buy, a third of y'all don't want hair care from Beyonce. A third of y'all, if you get it, you do. If you don't, you don't. You're indifferent. and that's fair. Okay. Because I saw a lot of people, I'm telling you, I said, baby, they was up at 4 a.m. buying it. I was like, I love Beyonce, baby, but I wasn't getting up at 4 a.m. to buy the hair care.
Yeah, I ain't that much of a beehive fan.
Yeah, those with a beehive doing that.
Right. Not for the hair care. Now, let me tell you this. If Beyonce ever dropped some type of pre-recorded masterclass, something on like how she built up her audience, like in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Before she got to be Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? When she was regular B and she was out there working before she went woo. I'd buy, and she was like, we releasing it at 3 in the morning. I would be on my computer at 1 a.m. Okay, sitting here refreshing every minute, trying to say I'm refreshing every minute just in case she do it early. You I'm here.
Documentaries. I'm always on time for the documentaries drop
Mm-hmm.
because they're always fire.
They are,
but not.
They are. They are always right. Y'all said put Matthew in the course too, baby. Okay, please believe me.
You know, Matthew Knowles is a professor.
Yes, he is.
Something. How was the movie that came out, or whatever it was that she dropped in December? I haven't seen it yet. Have y'all seen it?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I didn't yet.
So it was like a limited release, and that's why I've been trying to figure out if they're gonna, like, will everybody have the ability to purchase it, eventually? But it was only in certain theaters, and it was only for like a couple of days, and then it was gone.
Yeah, because in Michigan, I live in Michigan, and they didn't have it like they didn't have it like at your Imagine. They had it at a few AMC, but it was like certain theaters had it, but then they didn't have it for a very long time. Right. So that's why I was like kind of confused. Like, well, is it limited? Like you said earlier, is it only for a length of time? So I was tripped up on how that worked. Well, at least that here in Michigan, Detroit.
Right.
Just one. It was like I heard about it, and I'm down here in Texas, but then it was like it was here, then it wasn't here anymore. So I wanted to watch it, but I guess I wasn't fast enough to see it.
Yeah, that's what I was
they
like.
had it here in. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, V.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Yeah, they had it here in Oklahoma, but I think they were like showing it on like a Thursday or Friday. It launched initially like on a Thursday, but then they were showing like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the next week it was like that. Like you couldn't see it every day of the week, but I did see it. I thought it was a great documentary. She did a great job.
Yeah, her documentaries are always really good.
Mm-hmm. And she gave a lot of credit to how the stage is built, like all the people that contribute to it, like all the people that are like the carpenters, like every part of it that comes together. And she talked about how like it takes them years to build and she shows like all the different iterations of the stage. So that part of it was awesome too. So I thought it was great, very well done. We just need her to talk to us. She could do like Taylor. I don't want to bring Taylor into the conversation, but I'm just going to interject.
Yeah,
selling out stadiums globally. But one thing I noticed is when like Taylor went to Beyonce's premiere in London, Taylor Swift was out there signing autographs and taking pictures with Beyonce's fans. I'm like, where's me? Where's Beyonce? Beyonce got here to take pictures with your fans and sign autographs.
Well, I didn't want to bring Taylor up because I feel like people try and pick them up, but I will say this. Taylor did that because you remember she dropped her own like little network, her own. She was one of the first people to have like, like you could get Taylor Swift 24 hours a day if you wanted. Taylor be on there with her little cats, honey, just doing little stuff that people do with their cats. Taylor, like you said, she would sign autographs and take pictures. Taylor Swift, she understands intrinsic value very well. Somebody random will tweet her and be like, Taylor Swift, singing my wedding. And this have her show up. She'll show up and surprise people and sing and stuff like that. So I agree with you. And that's why, whenever she pushes out like merch or like personal type products, again, they do well and it's sustainable and they continue to do well. That's part of the reason, like Rihanna talked to us. So we be like, yeah, girl, we buying your Fenty. Yes, girl, we buying your Savage. What else you got? Okay, Riri, we're buying it. Lizzo is another person. Her Yitty brand is doing really, really well. And Lizzo not only will talk to you, Lizzo does her own Lizzo do her own promo. Lizzo is out here not like she is a gigantic superstar. Lizzo is out here like she is a regular 9-to-5, person like us. Lizzo taking her own photo. She said, I ain't got to pay for no expensive photo shoot. I better take this picture in my house. Bam, y'all go get your Yitties. I'm serious. She's like doing. I'm like, is Lizzo over here editing these videos on her phone the way we have to too. Like you can tell she's really involved with Yitty, like real life. You can tell she's really involved with Yitty. Even the little packaging, like I had ordered those little tank top shaper things. She has the little bodysuit ones, and on the package it says "I'm sustainable." Like, that's what it says on the package for the recycle stuff. Like she's very it doesn't seem like she's just the face of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like she really is in it. I feel like she's going to production meetings on a regular time. She's picking out the colors that they're having. She's testing out the garments and stuff. But you're absolutely right. So that's why that brand is probably gonna do really, really well. And she even has it when you go to her site. If you don't become you can purchase if you're not a member, but you pay almost double as compared to if you sign up for a membership or her VIP thing. You get anywhere from 30 to 70% off of your order. So basically, she's gonna collect that data so she can talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
So why Beyonce silent now? Did somebody like catch her saying something and then she just don't talk? So why don't she talk to her fans and stuff? What happened?
I think some people are private, and I think she was just like, I don't want to deal with the negative energy or the backlash from different stuff, because I don't think a lot of people understand how overwhelming it is to have hundreds of thousands or millions of people, with all that stuff she has on. And I think also she comes from, you gotta remember, like, she's in our age range, like she's a little older than us or whatever, but she's like within a 10-year age range. I say 5 to 10 year age range, right? So like when we were growing up, remember, celebrities were like mysterious. Celebrities didn't talk all the time. You didn't know a lot about them. That was a part of the thing. So I think, and that's part of the reason Beyonce has that star power like that, that if she headlines a show or she does a tour, is out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh, I get a glimpse of her, because y'all, when she's not on tour and she's not working, don't nobody see her. Mm-hmm. She doesn't even post on her social media. Nobody. So when I start seeing her pop up on her social media, I always know she's about to do something. Because when she's off, she be like, baby, I'm out of here. Okay, I won't talk to y'all. I love y'all, but I need to recharge. So I just think, people have their packaging set up in different ways. And for her appeal is, I'm an alien superstar. I'm not regular. I am better than all of you. Okay. You aspire to be me. I am Beyonce up here. And if she's talking to us and actively engaged with her, it takes away the mystique. So it's like, you got to pick which one you want.
Well, if you want to do the mystique, then I guess just sell the records and and because we know she's going to deliver on the concert, and we know she's going to deliver on the music.
I feel like maybe a concert and maybe like limited time or like special drops. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that may be a better fit.
And I understand, because he still is a wife and a mother and have her own life on her own. So I do get that. She do give us a lot of her when she give it to us.
Well, that's facts. We know if we buy those concert tickets, she's gonna deliver, because she delivered on that Renaissance. When I took my mom and dad,
she did.
I was like, yeah, I was told my daddy, because my dad loves to sing and perform back in the day, and I'm like, Daddy, you will love to see this. Like, you need to see this, like, since you loved the stage back in your day, and just to see somebody performing at that level, like, it's amazing. So we know that she's going to deliver on that. That's one thing that is for sure.
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely, positively.
Beyonce, if you're out there in the hallways, and I know you ain't, I'm just like, hey, let's just go for it. We appreciate you and what you do for us, and I know you appreciate what we do for you. You keep on doing you. You got the support of the community. You got the support of us, because we know how it is. They keep trying to knock you down, girl, and you keep on coming back, knocking them out every time. After a while, it ain't gonna be nothing they can do. So like I said, shout out to you for not giving up. And you really showing us what a true trailblazer is, because, baby, they've been coming at you, trying to knock you off your dome for a long time.
Right. And they can't.
So, again,
and they won't.
Let me be quick.
Nobody will ever be. Ain't nobody gonna be able to have it until she decides she want to sit down.
That's it. That's it, because nobody's bringing it like that. Nobody's bringing it like that on stage. Those vocals, the live vocals are better than the recording. For 2 hours, I'm surprised I didn't die. I was singing when everybody was singing every single song. We were on our feet singing. I sang for 2.5 hours. I was like, Lord, I'm surprised I didn't pass out in the aisle. But it was just so lit. It was so much fun. Vocals, just the whole thing was just a bomb, just off the chain. So, yeah, I'm ready for I'm ready to see what she does with her country album. So it's sacred, it's hit or miss. But I'm gonna tell you what, if she drops some tickets for a concert for her country album, I'm going.
Me too.
Oh my
and I'm
God,
from
Beyonce
Oklahoma.
I'm definitely going because I need to. Somebody said you need to experience Beyonce at least one time.
Oh my gosh.
I got to experience her for at least one time, y'all. Just one old good time.
Somebody was making dope saying that, oh Lord, these tickets are gonna be even harder to get because she's tapping into another demographic. Because it's a whole different side of country. And then she's bringing more people into country who, probably weren't into it. They said these tickets are gonna be hard to get when she goes on tour for the country album.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm in my comments. I'm multitasking. I'm in here and I'm also responding to my comments. Y'all know I made the people on Instagram upset today.
I saw that.
What happened?
You better talk your talk. People are something else. You were really clear about that. I was like, Ashley is really trying to clarify for these people. She's just trying to say it.
Baby, I wouldn't even clarify for them. But what really the reason I kept it going on with the last two posts is because I needed them to see that there were several people that agree with me, that they don't all have the same vantage point. Because, at first they were like, oh, it's more of us, more people agree with us than you. And I was like, baby, that's not true. They're just afraid to come out and say something because they don't want to be attacked and bullied by y'all. They don't feel like having y'all come to try and cancel their businesses or give them a bunch of bad reviews. They don't feel like y'all, having to worry about y'all trying to dox them or dig up their past because they have an opinion that's different than your opinion or your vantage point. And a lot of them, baby, they like whenever they tried it or whatever, one of the girls is mad because she said every time she watched Reese Teese's videos, she thought about me and thought we must be related. So I went to her page and seen her. I said, and every time I see a baboon's behind, I think of you. Baby, she got mad, she blocked me. Now somebody came over to my post talking about I'm anti-black and all that. Baby, I'm not. You over here trying to be shady with me. I'm gonna be shady with you back. Stop. I don't know who they think I am. And I can tell some of these people don't know me. Oh, I'm following you. Bye. They don't know me because they don't know I don't care. You already know.
Y'all know who Miss Charlene is.
Yes.
Miss Charlene say if the devil gonna use you, he's just gonna use me too.
Facts.
I'm gonna get back with you if you say something. So I feel like what you said, you just clarified it. You do not look like. I'm not saying no shade to her. We just don't look alike. If they're trying to allude to that and use that as a way to be demeaning, I was like, oh, come on now.
But I called them out on it.
Don't look anything alike.
That's what I was like, where we look alike at. We don't have the same facial features. We don't have the same facial structure. We don't have the same hairline. We're not the same color. We don't have the same body build. We don't dress alike. We don't use the same vernacular. But that was them trying it. And I was like, and then this is the thing. I never said the woman was unattractive. They took it that way because that's what they really think. That's what they really feel. And then that made them mad that I called them out on it. Oh, now you just doubling down because you're wrong. Baby, I'm not wrong. And the fact y'all want me to be wrong because you are upset that I will not agree with your assessment of the situation. And I really didn't want to get into it. The reason a lot of them agree with it because they trifling.
True. But I saw what they were doing and I'm like, y'all, she didn't say no. You didn't say anything mean. You didn't say anything sideways.
Nothing.
I didn't see none of that. You made a simple statement and they started going haywire. That's why Beyonce don't come out.
That's why she don't. And this is the thing. A lot of them responded to something I didn't even write. They were like, she never said she was a victim. I said, go back and read my post. Where did I say she said she was a victim? I said, y'all have made her a victim. So y'all are trying hard to make her. So I didn't say she said that at all. Y'all said that.
Well, I'm late to the game because I just finished all 50 videos.
Child.
I'm on 14.
All 50.
And what was your assessment? What was your assessment, Mallory, after you watched all 50?
Okay, so all right. So listen. When I got done, it was so much. It was a lot to process, and I should have. And I binged all that on yesterday.
Lord,
I binged it. I did. So it was a lot to process. But I think what really I thought about it is that I could relate to the whole, raised in the church, because I'm a PK, like raised in the church.
I was raised in the church too,
like
in the children's choir.
Parents,
got a bunch of uncles and stuff, and aunties as pastors and missionaries, and
and so I can relate to that because I come from a nuclear family. I have my mom and my dad. They got married at 19. They met in the church. They got married in 6 months. My mama had all her fat kids by one man. So I can feel the fact that she like, this is my time. Maybe this is a sign from God. So I can feel like, she just really thought this was her time. Like God didn't send her man. But then it was like when she started to tell the story and she got really detailed, she got really descriptive. I'm like, honey, there was so many she called it United Nation red flags. I'm like, it was United Nation, United Kingdom. It was just all kinds of continents with them red flags. But at the end of the day, you can tell like she was one of those, to me, very vulnerable, gullible kind of girls that's not a usual thing that come around her way. And I think she just kind of got swept up with this whole, like, he's paying her bills and all this kind of stuff. And then it's around COVID. So if that's not stress enough.
Why do y'all keep using that as an excuse, the COVID thing? All of us went through COVID and we were not moving men in our houses in 2.5 weeks.
This is true, Ashley. This is true. But I got to give my baby the benefit of the doubt. I got to give her the benefit.
You give it to her, baby, because I'm not giving it to her.
But at the end of the day, like, listen, the way I see it is this. I had to give a little bit of a doubt, but the way I see it is, at the end of the day, you just met this guy, and ain't no way within 3 weeks, that was less than a month. Like, honey, okay, I see you after quarantine. We could talk on the phone, but we can just do this whole on the phone, getting to know each other kind of thing during quarantine. But definitely, like, I felt like I wish she would have kind of stand on her own morals and values of what she felt like she should have had. Like, I'm going to do marriage. That was your thing. She should have kind of kept to it. But we all make mistakes. Like,
that wasn't... Go ahead, finish. Go
I
finish.
just felt like, Ashley, that was her morals and her values.
It was not her morals and her values.
Well, I felt like in the beginning that really was, because she said I wanted to get married before we started living together. Like, I want to have a husband. But I feel like at the end of the day, she should have just did a better job of researching before instead of after.
I'm just keep it real short. I do not think she was gullible. Okay, she's very smart. That woman is highly intelligent, and she is not gullible by any means, by no stretch of the imagination. And that, right? She's not. She wanted to get her bills paid, and she looked the other way. I'm happy that she's profiting from her pain. I genuinely hope she gets a movie deal, a book deal, all of that stuff. But the way y'all are out here like, oh, she was gullible. And then I'm gonna say this, man, I hate that people keep bringing up the Christian thing. I know she brought that up, but she was not practicing in her disciplines at all. It's not Christian. None of the way she moved was Christian like or practicing on some Christianity type stuff. None of it. And I'm not even in the beginning. She said, you got to watch what people do and not what they say. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is why this is my assessment of it. Okay. And I know nobody is perfect. We're followers of Christ. We're trying to be Christ-like. But it's one thing to make a mistake and one thing to be a poor character. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel like she did not have, I don't know what a character is like now, but back in the day, the character was not character. You moved this guy into your house in under 3 weeks. You hunching on him raw, so you're not even being safe because you're pregnant and under 60 business days with her own job. Okay, with her own job. When they let her work at home for COVID, she was not even working. She was watching Netflix and taking naps. She says that herself. Okay, she keeps talking about this man was paying my bills. He's paying my bills. He's paying my bills. I know he's lying, but he paid all my bills, so I'm gonna let it slide. Okay. Then in that whole thing, she does not talk about being in love with him. She didn't even say that they had great sexual chemistry and that the D was the bum or he had a tornado tongue. She don't say none of that. Everything is money, 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 money. A house, a BMW. He's paying all my bills, right? Then if you're a Christian, because everybody keep talking about this, well, when you take your vows say richer or poor, sickness and health, to death do us part. Okay. So that was as a Christian woman, if we really gonna go there, when you found out your husband was ill, she didn't attempt to get him any help. She had no sympathy for the man. She called the repo man. She got rid of all the man's stuff. She kept the heels and the Invicta watches and the J's, which she thought were expensive or had value. When the police showed up, she illegally evicted him after he had been paying all the bills for over a year. He wasn't even paying his car note, but he was paying her car note on the Camry too. Then whenever they show up to get arrested, the police, she says that the officer says he's obviously having some type of mental break or mental issues. She did not care. She was just like, I don't even want to deal with it. Get him out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, and I feel differently about the mental illness stuff because I have some people in my family that have to go through their own emotional and mentally challenges. And I guess maybe this scares me a bit because of how heartless and cold people are. People are like, give her grace, give her empathy. But this man is clearly, his family failed him. He needed help as a child. And nobody got it for him. But at the end of the day, if we're on Christian stuff, if your husband or your wife is sick, I would have expected you to at least try before you kicked them to the curb. Okay. There are several other little mean things that she said in there and little vindictive stuff that she did. So y'all feel like she's gullible. I do not feel like she's gullible. I feel like she wanted. Yes, absolutely. 100%. And then everybody tried to jump all down my throat before she did her first Q&A because I said she didn't love that man. And they were like, yes, she does. Yes, she does. Then she got on her QA and said she didn't love him. It was a few people that came back though, and they apologized to me, which was very nice. They didn't have to, but she said it. She said if she would have known this man was a forklift driver from the start, she wouldn't have been interested in him. She said that. She said that herself.
So do you think she'll be able to sustain all of this attention, or you think this would die down?
It's gonna die down because people are gonna move on to the next thing. But I hope she's smart enough to continue to take her audience on her journey. If I were her, and if she's listening, which she may be because she popped in my room before, and was in the comments. If you're listening, you really should focus on. I want to take the audience on a healing journey with me, and on your journey as you glow up. And I'm talking about I'm buying a house. I'm learning about investments. I'm getting my finances together. Those sorts of types of things that will keep her people engaged with her, and she will have an audience of women that are growing with her. If her content isn't really focused around that, I'm not sure if people will stay as connected because at this point in time, people have invested money, like a lot of money. And so when people invest money, they a little bit of them feels like they have some type of ownership or some type of right to tell you what to do or what you should be doing. And that's the reality of the situation, just on the social side. Because it's not like she sold them a product. They're putting money in her because we want to help you and we feel like you're deserving, of XYZ element of P. So they're going to want to see her they're going to want to see her continue to level up and improve her life, if that makes sense. So if she's doing that, they're going to stick with her. If she just kind of falls out the mouth, you know what I'm saying, and she's here and there and spotty with content and stuff, then she's gonna lose the audience.
Do you feel like Ashley, the way she delivered her story, the way that she put it out there, the way that she told her story, do you think she
got a call? She'll be back after these short messages. What were you asking, Mallory? Oh, Mallory, I think you lost your sound. I think your call may have knocked your sound out.
And this message is brought to you by Tap. Tap the screen. Beyonce 60.9K. Awesome. Well, let's get to 75K. Tap, tap, tap your screen. Hair. Did y'all know that Beyonce has a new hair care line out now? It's called Sacred. Why is it sacred? Because she doesn't have any hair. And we want to know.
Let me tell you this. That was so crazy to me when them people put on the internet that Beyonce ain't got no hair. Now, I said, I know she wear a lot of units and carrying on, but everybody know Beyonce got hair, that she got inches. I said, people are so petty. They talking about she ain't got no hair. I said, y'all is crying out right now. Crying out. She got hair. I said she got hair the way all the other women got hair underneath that wigs. I said, I'm over these people. Mallory, I'm gonna drop you down, but come back up and hopefully that'll fix whatever the sound issue is. Just come back up, boo. Child, I said
she said she was gonna go live at the airport. She was gonna go live when she airs. She's gonna go live.
She should.
Before they started donating to the trip, she said she was gonna do that, so we know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, she honestly should, because people, I'm telling you, people are like, well, we paid for this trip, we sent you there, so we want to see. So, I want her to enjoy herself, because I know trying to put together content is very time consuming. And then I don't know if she's taking somebody with her or not, but even if she is, they may not know how to, like shoot or capture different stuff. So, but she absolutely positively should, because I'm telling you, if she don't, baby, them people gonna turn on her like an angry mob.
See the beehive there. No offense, I apologize for how y'all Beyonce tough strong. I don't mean to activate the beehive. I'm just taking a brief commercial break. Y'all know how I like to have a little humor. Shout out to the beehive. Bzzz, sting, honey.
First, let me see if I'm still in the matrix. Can y'all hear
Now
me?
we can hear you now.
Yeah.
We can. I think it does that sometimes when people get phone calls and stuff. It messes with your sound sometimes. It'll knock it out, or it'll make you sound pixelated, or sometimes it'll mute you like it just did for you, or it'll give people like a bunch of feedback, like an echo in the background. That's why I was like, just come down and come back and it'll fix it.
Yeah, I wanted to finish up asking you, like, how did you like her delivery, like the way she explained her story? Do you think it was done very, very good? Like she executed it very
well? I think she's an excellent storyteller. She did a good job of painting a picture to the point that people felt emotionally connected, or it re-triggered some of their issues, or past relationships. She did a good job with like creating cliffhangers. If y'all notice, she would give a preview of like, in the next part, I'll tell you about this. You know what I'm saying? So essentially she was giving a preview. So people that are wondering, it's almost like, oh, my question's going to be answered. You know what I'm saying? In the next part. She did a really, really good job with telling the story. And the fact that she just got on camera with like bare face, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't all gussied up. Her background was average looking. She dressed very conservatively or whatnot. It made her more relatable, because people were like, okay, this is just a regular woman. Because I'm telling you this, if she would have got on the camera looking like a sex goddess or like in the vixen archetype, people would have been like, you a gold digging bee, F you. Because there are plenty of women that have a similar story that have told it before, but because of their appearance, they didn't get the type of empathy that she got.
Yeah.
Because there are women getting on this platform all weekend long talking about how bigger women have insecurities. And I'm like, women have insecurities in general. That is not a size. It's not a size exclusive thing. People are insecure about their skin, their teeth, a little booty, a big booty, too much belly, a fupa, they bingo wings, how they dress, people, they hairline. People are insecure about so many things. They got eyebrows, they don't have enough eyebrows, just whatever. But people kept saying it. They kept saying it. And I was just like, man, I was like, this is really wild. Yeah, she's a great storyteller. She's a really, really good storyteller. You said, I think she wrote the book and read it to us. I definitely don't think she wrote a book. I don't think that she wrote a book. And then people also are saying that they feel like she is lying. I don't think she's lying. I don't. People are saying that they feel like she planned to go viral. I don't think that she planned to go viral. Like, I mean, you, as much as you understand the algorithm and you can try and you're gonna get some good views and stuff, but nobody really knows when they're gonna go viral, and not to that extent. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people that feel like they're trying to say like it was something suspicious. I just feel like she was just telling her story, and I think she's probably shocked that there were that many people that have taken interest in it. I don't think she was other people that they're like, I think she playing the whole thing, and I'm like, I don't, but I mean, but they're entitled to think that. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody's gonna see the situation very differently.
But I think it's the way she told the story. I think the way she articulated the story and the way like she put it all together, and how she was just like you say, have like cliffhangers, and then it introduced us into the next segue, and then the title, like who the I married, like that was like catchy within itself. So I can sense that just pulled people in. So I mean, I just think like she really just wanted to get it off her chest.
That, and then
but
she,
I really believe
but she
that
just she
didn't
dropped a
know
lot of.
she was gonna go viral.
No, I don't either. She dropped a lot of breadcrumbs too, talking about like what she didn't have, and people connect to a sad story, and they like to root for an underdog. You know,
Yeah.
talking about growing up poor and how I can see myself and my kids in this $700,000 house. And I'm not messed up at her, mad at her about that, but I'm like, get up and work. Using a person for your financial gain is not okay to me. Shout out to all the women that are like, oh, it's fine. Men are supposed to be providers. Everybody wants a provider man. Okay, you typically want a man that's good financially and also thoughtful, kind, honest to you, respectful. That man disrespected her, let her down, and flat out lied to her several times. And she literally was like, yeah, I know he lied, but he paid all the bills, so I let it slide. Like,
I
yeah.
think she found out TikTok lets you record 10-minute videos and said, hold my beer. That's what I personally think.
I mean, of course, when she was getting the amount of views and traction she was getting with the first ones, I do feel like, that motivated her to continue, but I still don't think that she thought it was going to get the type of attention that it got. I don't think that she went into it thinking like, oh, I can record a 10-minute video and it's going to get 17 million views. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she was thinking that. I think she was just, people are interested. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to get it out there. I don't feel like she was, and to anybody that thinks differently, that's fine. I'm not telling you not to think like that. We all got our own different opinions and assessments. I'm just saying, for me, I don't feel like, a lot of people are like, oh, she planned it. And I'm like, I don't think she really planned it. I think it kind of happened.
On the next episode of
Somebody said even the white tea folks are talking about it. They show is though. I ain't gonna lie.
She's everywhere.
somebody who had 400K likes, he was like Netflix and Tubi and Hulu. Y'all need to get her.
Man, she don't need to do nothing with Tubi. And then I don't really feel like she need to do Netflix either. Well, I don't know. Netflix got a big check. Netflix, but Netflix doesn't ever do a good job with casting. They be messing stuff up. I feel like a mini series or something with like a main television network, like an NBC or ABC. Y'all know how they have those like special shows that come out sometimes, and it's like for a week or 2 weeks or something like. I feel like something like that, where they would have a big budget, they would have they had like good casting. She would have a lot of eyes that's on it. You said she cracked the TikTok code and did not. People like T. It's already people out here trying to copycat that woman. And I'm telling you this, they're not getting no views, and ain't nobody sending them on no trips. I don't want to see 150 parts. I don't want to see 150 part stories rolling down my timeline. Is it because this is the thing? Like, everybody doesn't have the skill to tell a story. And so just because you turn on the camera doesn't mean you're going to be able to tell a story the way she told a story. And it doesn't mean you're going to have the ability to resonate with an audience the way she had the ability to resonate with the audience. Oh yeah, Issa Rae, you're right. Issa Rae could do a good job if Issa Rae was on. Yeah, Issa Rae could do a good job with her story, for sure, for sure. But I mean, they gonna try. They already trying. And then one of the women, somebody sent me, they tagged me in a video today of like one of the girlfriends or something. She was like two girlfriends, well, no, three girlfriends before he got with Risa Tisa. And I'm just like, and she like, girl, she's like, I can help you fill in the gaps. I got pictures, call me, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, baby, all y'all just need to get together. 50 Cent would do a good job telling her story too, for sure. I'm like, Shonda Rhimes, yes. I'm like, all y'all just need to get together, make a show or make a movie or something, put it in a trilogy. Have like a three, like the Book of Legion. You know what I'm saying? And be like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and run through all the women like that. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope.
That would.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause clearly
from the Book of Legion.
yes, clearly the man has left a trail of tears and heartaches. You know what I'm saying? And like, right, just the book of Legion, and they add the chapters. You know what I'm saying? And name the chapters after the wives and the girlfriends. Hey, Mrs. Button.
Red flag. The ending.
You don't know if red flag would be the ending. I don't know. I just feel like all of them can get together and do something or share their story because they have so much interest in it. You know what I'm saying? And like different ones are different girlfriends. And I, I hope people will leave people alone though that don't want to come forward. And I said that like once they went and they dug him up and exposed him. And I kept seeing people in the comments, I want to know what the first wife looked like. I want to know this, this, this. And I was like, leave them people alone. Like, if they don't want to be found, if they don't want to be seen, let them stay unseen. Let them stay unfound. There's one gripe I do have about TikTok. If they have a strong desire to want to know something, they completely ignore other people's boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And they're not thinking that for some of these women, from what they live through, they may never want to talk about it again or think about it again. They may want to be as far removed from it, as possible. Because the girl, somebody tagged me to the post of one of the girlfriends, but she said she had went through years, she's gone through years of therapy. And I think she said it's like some type of narcissistic abuse recovery therapy or something like that, specifically that she went through. But she said, because she was like, she knew what his personality disorders and all of that, because she was like, she had to go to therapy, she had to get it diagnosed because she thought she was crazy or whatever. And she's like, years of therapy, and she's like, she's in a loving relationship now or whatnot. So I feel like somebody like her, that's probably why she can talk about it and be removed from like the pain of the situation, or the really, really deep emotions of it, if that makes sense. Because she, yeah, because she went and got some help.
Yeah.
You said she didn't protect his identity. Oh, baby, she didn't unapologetically. I don't even want to get into that on there. Then they gonna be windmilling for their life in my TikTok comments. She didn't. That's why I said every time she gullible, I was like, no, far from it. You get on, you do 5-6 parts of a video with a hat with the man name on it. You drop the year of the divorce decree for you and the wife. You put out one of the ex-wives' name in it. You give the dates of all of your stuff. You out here giving specific streets. You tell him where he went to school, the university. You definitely wanted him to be found. I agree with you on that unapologetically. She just didn't want to be the one to out him.
You don't think he was gullible in the beginning to how quickly she fell for him?
She didn't fall for him.
No, like
she didn't fall for him. She saw somebody that was going to give her the material things she wanted.
She fell for the used tire that he bought on her car. It was.
No, she thought she saw a sucker and was gonna lick it. Who's on the who?
Because I'm like, even when he changed her tire and he paid for it, it don't mean that he got a lot of money. It's just that as the story unfolds and she probably started hearing things that he was telling her, she just was like, oh, okay, well, this can really be a good thing too. So I'm just saying, like, that's the thing. And I'm like, if you quarantine with somebody that quick after you meeting them, Like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, it's COVID. You don't want to be by yourself. But then it's like, what will lead her to want to do that? Not really knowing if he did have money or not. And I guess that's why I'm saying
she said, but no, she
thought
thought he did though, because he talked about money. He was buying her stuff. He showed her bank statements, and she kept saying he paid all the bills. He paid all the bills. He even gave me spending money. We just see it differently. I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna put it to you like this. So everybody was trying to get my page canceled because I was one of the first people to call out that Carly Russell was on BS and liar. My page, I had a account warning on my goddamn page for 4 months behind them heifers trying to get me. They got mad at me because I wouldn't stand with Brick Lady because I said it was suspect. They got upset with me when I called out British for all her scamming and PPP loans and defrauding the government, and now she got to do federal pen time because I said, like, this is the thing, I'm observant. I'm observant, and it was one thing if he would have been one way and switched up. He was consistent. He was a liar all the time, and she knew he was lying and still moved forward in it. And then after, when she said she didn't love him, which I already knew, because she didn't talk about the loss of a love or a friend or feelings or emotions or how amazing she felt around him or the beautiful times they said. She didn't talk about how they had amazing sex and passion and all of it. None of that. It was all about what he was promising to do for her and what he did do for her. And I get a lot of y'all ladies feel differently than me about that. Baby, that is fine. And I understand. You see what you see. I see what I see. But I don't think like other people. And that's probably why, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to evade some of these different types of situations. I see that he did some F-ish. I see that she did F-ish. So for me, and then this is the thing, everybody's like accountability. And let me be clear, y'all. My ex-husband, he turned into a piece of a work. Okay. He started off a really good man, solid man, straight man. After his last tour and his battle buddy got blown up in front of him, he just was not the same after that and did not want to get help. And I tried and tried and tried. And he started drinking real heavy. He started popping pills. He got into a lot of substances. And he just would not go to rehab. And then as I continued to push the issue to rehab, then he got physical with me. And that's when I left. So I'm not saying as though I haven't had an encounter with a booger bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, that definitely happens. But this is not a man who switched up on me. He didn't lie to me. He was consistent to me. He paid the bills. We had a bunch of happy memories and good times. He supported my business. We would laugh together. We had known each other since high school. So it was very, very hard for me to give up on him. But I knew at that time I was in a dangerous situation where I could lose my life. And when somebody says, I'm not going to stop drinking, I'm not going to stop partying, I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, you got to kick rocks. Well, then you got to kick rocks, right? At that point, if somebody says, I'm not going to get help, I'm not going. He literally said, I'm not going to stop drinking. And this was after I had found him blacked out on the floor and he was in the hospital from alcohol poisoning. And the EMTs told me if I would have came home and called the ambulance just 5 minutes later, he would have been dead. Wow. And even with that, y'all don't hear me getting on here talking about what he did to me, because even though that part was terrible, I have so many other good parts with him. And I know if he ever gets sober and gets clean, he'll be back to his, you see what I'm saying? He'll be back to his old self. And because I loved him, there was still a spot of compassion in my heart for him. Also, when she kept titling it, WTF did I marry? Blah, 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 blah. If you've taken accountability, you're going to be focused on like you and your issues and what you didn't see and why you put yourself in that position or why you allowed that or why your mind frame was at that point in time. So that's why I say I just see it very differently than other people, and everybody deals with stuff in a different way. But just because you're mad at somebody doesn't give you the right, you know what I'm saying, to wig out. And then that's why I'm like, when people kept bringing up Christian, I'm like, I'm not saying she didn't grow up Christian and that's not her practice, but her behaviors and what she was acting out was, it just wasn't. Even if you take your vows seriously as a Christian, I'm not saying you're supposed to stay and get abused, but typically you try to help the person before you dip out. And I would pray that if I had some type of mental struggle, I pray I never have to have a mental struggle. But if I did, I would hope that my person would try and get me some help instead of just being like, I don't want to deal with you. That's just me though. And I'm saying everybody can do what they want to do. I'm just saying me. That's just me.
Respect, Dr. Ashley. Respect.
Oh yeah, this is me. So, like I said, everybody think what they want to think. Everybody believe what they want to believe. When people talk about, oh, she was poor and, and her in the house. I grew up in a trailer, y'all. 10 of us used to live in it. In the country. It wasn't no sidewalks, wasn't no street lights where I grew up. And I worked my bum off for every MFing thing I got. Ain't nobody handing me nothing. And when I meet men, do I want a man that, is financially stable? Absolutely. But I'm also looking for the character of a man. I'm looking to see if he's thoughtful. I'm looking to see if he's kind. I'm looking to see if he has good leadership abilities and skills, if he has a relationship with God, if he's an intellectual match for me, if we're able to laugh and have a good time just doing nothing together, right? There's some, it's like a package that I'm looking for. And when I was dating, please understand, you guys, I dated men that made money, 6, 7, 8 figure money. Okay. All the men could pay all my bills. And when they wasn't moving right, shake and bake. You're a liar, shake and bake. I feel like you cheating on me, shake and bake. You call me, I put one man out, he called me a B, he called me a crazy B. Oh, you cussing at me? Bye. Don't ever call me again. He thought I was joking. He tried to contact me again for 3 months, tried calling my friends and everything. I'm not talking to you.
That's sad. Like he caused.
I'm not talking to you because I don't deal with men that, my daddy don't cuss at me. My papa didn't cuss at me. My uncles didn't cuss at me. My male cousins don't cuss at me. So no, I don't know how to deal with a man being aggressive towards a woman that you love. You see what I'm saying? That's just for me. And I know some people feel like that's extreme. Again, we all get to pick and choose what we want in our life. But so for me, if a man was not lining up like character-wise, money was not enough to make me look the other way. Child, she already knew she wasn't in love when he was lying to her, and she went in the kitchen and said, I know that he is lying to me, but she said, he's paying all, I'm pregnant with a child, he's paying all the bills, I'm gonna let it slide. She wasn't in love then. She said whenever she found out he was cheating on her, that she didn't care about the cheating. Right. She said she done but child. Baby is double-digit millionaires. I'm a hot commodity, period. I am. But you know what I'm saying? And let me be clear. I don't think there's any thing wrong with if a woman wants to marry for money. But I've told you guys this before. If you're going into a relationship strictly for money and material stuff, you have to be built out of Teflon. You got to be able to detach if that's what you're going for. You know what I'm saying? And there are people that have marriages because they're business arrangements. There are people that have marriages because it strengthens the connection between two families. There are so many reasons why people get married besides love. So I don't judge people because they don't want to get married for love. I don't judge that. Just be honest. You like be honest about it. That's what it is for me. And like all of y'all is like, she was in love. She even said out of her own face she wasn't in love with him. And then y'all be like, she just wanted companionship. And she said out of her own mouth, if that man was a forklift driver, if she knew he was a forklift driver, she wouldn't have been interested. And she said that. So it wasn't just for companionship because it wouldn't have mattered if he was a forklift driver.
Well, I do. Oh, am I in the
We can hear you. Oh, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I do believe that part, and I agree because I did not hear love or I was in love. But however, it was almost like, I'm not gonna say it's like an arranged marriage, but it's like they basically decided, or through the conversation early on, they established that they didn't want friends with benefits. They both knew that if they were going to do this thing, they were wanting to do it for marriage. And, and I don't see nothing wrong with two people just deciding, like, because she said she was attracted to him. So it was like, okay, you guys had a conversation. You guys took that 2 weeks. Y'all was like talking, hanging out, seeing as much of each other as much as you could during that time. And so y'all just knew y'all was on the same page. Like, if we go into this relationship, it's to get married. So that's why I'm like, okay, was it really just money motivated, or was the fact that this is something that she's not used to? She been paying these bills all by herself. She ain't been in no relationship. She probably ain't even been dating. She really haven't had that much of attraction. I mean, instead of like years ago when she said she was in a relationship, the longest was 2 years. So for me, I'm thinking the way that I'm visualizing it is that she just got to the point where she finally got some attention, and it seemed like this guy was kind of showing her like he was really, interested. That's the way I took it. And then
not me,
the money
but
was just the motivator.
She said herself whenever he was out here with all the little freaky messages or whatever, she literally said, she was like, I went to FAMU. You be freaking with me. She said, I didn't even care about the cheating. That's why I was just like, no, we just look. I don't care how many of y'all trying to reason me, logic me, or give. I'm not gonna see it the way y'all see it. I don't.
Well, you got some good
points. I don't see it. I just don't see it the way y'all see it. He was on F-ish. She was on F-ish. And this is the reality of the situation, girls. Whenever you go into a relationship and you are there to use somebody, it's the same thing for me. And if you go into a relationship and you are there to use somebody, be careful because you out here trying to play somebody and may end up playing yourself. Because the reality of the situation is she was not honest with herself. She violated herself and her own values or morals or standards or whatever it is. And there are plenty of people to go out and date with the intention, to find somebody long-term or marriage, but they still take time to get to know one another.
This is true. This is true. Because I think about like how I was before I met my husband, like single mom, raising 2 daughters, I'm paying all the bills, paying my mortgage, just doing all of the things that I needed to do, right? And I think for me, at least the way I look at it was when my husband did finally come along, I'm still on pins and needles. I didn't care how much, I'm paying for this. No, I got this. If you need this, I got this, I got that. So I guess in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, that's cool. You got something to bring to the table. But I guess like for me, and this is just me, that personally, I still felt like I needed to get to know you, right? Like good. You got your finance situation together. Okay, that's good. Because when that time does come, that'll be great that we can come together. But at the end of the day, I think like for me, it was just like, I got to make sure I'm not bringing no crazy person into my life and into my girl's life and into my circle, my space. You know what I mean? So I felt like with her, I just felt like I wish she would have taken the time to kind of have a little bit more distance between them two, to kind of get to know each other a little bit more. So if there was anything that was coming out that looked weird, she could have saw it for what it was.
She did see it for what it was and didn't care. That's the anyway. Look, y'all, we're gonna go because like she did. She did. She saw it for what it was. She picked up the phone and called the realtor of the seller's house that he lied that they had closed, that they was closing on, and found out an older white couple had purchased a home. She saw it. She knew this man sat there and lied to her and told her that her car was stuck in transportation.
Yeah, she did.
And she knew he was lying. It's not that she didn't see it. She saw it. She saw it. She just didn't care. She didn't care until she realized, like, dang, I'm with you, and I'm with you for what? Because I'm not right. We not being physically intimate. You getting on my nerves, and you soon not even gonna be able to pay these bills no more. Bye.
But I mean, so what you think about the fact that she tried to get marital counseling?
I think that was good. I mean, that's something that should have been done in the beginning. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else about this whole story that make me itch. They're like COVID. Atlanta did not shut down during COVID. I was in Atlanta on a regular basis for work. Regular. I was in Atlanta probably twice a month. People were looking at me like I was a weirdo because I would have on a mask during the vid. People were still going to the hookah lounges. They were still going to party. People was going to the club in Atlanta. I remember this club made the news because they had set up a swimming pool in the club. Okay. They were doing the most in Atlanta. They were doing the whole entire most. And then even her story, they were going to test drive all these cars and carrying on. I'm telling you, Atlanta did not shut down. So this thing where it's like, oh, it was in COVID. Atlanta and Dallas didn't shut down either. They kept doing whatever they felt like doing in Dallas. They did not care. They said, what's COVID? We don't care. COVID need to be scared of us. That's how they acted.
So Ashley, in other words, she like, I'm not getting this car, and I'm definitely not getting a house. Oh yeah, you gotta go.
Pretty much. You said yes, Alabama was maskless too, because if I drive to Atlanta, I always stop in Alabama, to like regas up and get a break and stuff like that. Because I don't like trying to, Atlanta traffic is crazy and stuff. And if I've been driving for a long time, I don't want to have to, spend 30 minutes trying to go to a gas station. I just want to go to wherever I'm staying at and park my car. You said I lived in Atlanta during the vid. Atlanta was still partying. Baby, they did not care in Atlanta. Atlanta said COVID what? COVID don't rush around here. This is Atlanta. We do what we want. That's just how they were there. They did not care. Yeah, Houston was wide open too. I feel like Dallas was worse than Houston though. As far as like people just not caring. No, they literally, if you would come in with a mask, they were looking at you like, oh, you must not be from around here, or what you got? No, what y'all got? They be like, Ashley, let's go to the hookah lounge. I'm not going to the hookah lounge with you fools during COVID, where people literally are out in the air. They were still going. Baby, the aid never fails. You said they had the herd mentality. I don't know if it was herd mentality, because I will say this: people are creatures of connection. Okay, people are creatures of connection, and it was extremely difficult for a lot of people to not be in regular proximity of other human beings. And I think a lot of people didn't realize how much people need each other, not even beyond a deep personal relationship, just regular human interaction, human energy, seeing your colleagues, your work friends, your family members, stuff like that. I don't think a lot of people realize what a big impact that plays in your life until the vid. Okay, that's what I said, baby. We was blessed to be in America, because I was looking at my friends and stuff that live in other countries. Oh, they were strict during the vid. They couldn't even go to the grocery store. They were getting food deliveries coming to them. I mean, it was scary. And that, baby, you get the vid. Oh, we got to pluck you out of the whole apartment complex and take you to some weird, to some weird place where everybody hoping and praying and crying that you come back. Then I remember seeing those videos. What country was it? Was it in China? And they were burying all those chickens that had the vid and stuff. It was too much. It was too much. It was too much. You said as an introvert, I was struggling with human interaction. Girl, you said we were in, so this is the thing. In Little Rock, our mayor like shut stuff down, but North Little Rock is across the bridge from us, and they did shut down stuff. So like in Little Rock, when you would be like on the road and stuff, everything was kind of like a ghost town, but you would go to North Little Rock or you would go to Bryan or Benton on the other side of us, and baby, they were still wide open. So that's why I say it. So it wasn't really unbearable for me like that. And even though I'm an extrovert, I enjoy my alone time to recharge. So I was good with that. And then I'd go to the park like pretty much almost every day to like walk and stuff. And so here, if you were in the parks, you didn't have to wear masks. So everybody would be at the park, you know, rollerblading, skateboarding, bicycling, jogging, walking, just hanging out and stuff like that. So you still would see, you know, a lot of people. You said he told her too much on the first conversation, and they had not met yet. Baby, he was gaming her. He was telling her everything she wanted to hear. But that's what I be telling y'all girls when y'all meet a man and he's like just trying to I feel like they're trying to distract you with like too many words and too many gifts and stuff too fast. In my opinion, that's a red flag. You want a man, you know, to be kind to you and nice to you, and y'all create memories and experiences together and stuff like that. But when that man is just coming on that strong like that right out the gate, it's just something about it is not right. Okay, babe, let me tell you this. Okay, let me tell you this. The amount of y'all out here talking about either she set the tire up to pop on purpose or he set the tire up to pop on purpose. I just don't think either one of them are that diabolical. Okay. I don't think they was thinking like that. I could be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? I could be 100% totally wrong, but I don't get. Oh yes, there are people floating around online talking about she popped a tire herself, like as a way to test him, and then people are saying he popped a tire because how do you know where the tire shop is? And you know he had already staked her out. And let me tell y'all something else. This is the last thing I'm finna say, and I'm finna close this thing. If y'all don't get y'all musty asses up off of Facebook dating apps, I'm sick of y'all. Baby, let me tell you this. I have heard some of the most craziest stories